In the land of endless nights, we're bound to fight again. The clock resets our lights, a tale that never ends. Through the storms and fire's glare, we rise to face the fate. With courage in the air, forgetting yesterday. You've got time, all the time, to break the chains of fate. You've got time, all the time, to set the record straight. In every dawn we see a chance to try once more. With hearts unbound and free, we open every door. In the quest that never cease, we know what we must do. With spirit seeking peace, the reckless will be true. You've got time, all the time, to right the wrongs we've made. You've got time, all the time, to let the past just fade. You've got time, all the time, to break the chains of fate. You've got time, all the time, to set the record straight.
This party might die tonight. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to It's a Long Story, a place where we roll dice, we tell stories, and we create magic. We are currently working in a little bit of a skeleton crew as the others are trying to find their way to join us. But as they are doing that, for the rest of our friends here, everybody take a look at your camera, wave, and say "Arr, arr,
Arg.
arr." Beautiful. I love it. 5 stars. Cool. Well, hi. For those that have no idea what the hey this is, what's up? We're a D&D live stream that runs every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, having 5 parties living, existing, and breathing in the same homebrew world, the wonderful, beautiful world of Astera. So this is your first time watching. Hello. I don't normally sound this stuffed up. I don't think. I imagine I sound a little bit more clogged, but that's all right, because my friends here have agreed to be patient with me. So thank you guys. So before we begin tonight, no big announcements, but just the general sort of understanding for those that have been watching this for the first time or at any point in time wanting to support the channel. The best way to do so is to like and subscribe where you're watching this, whether that is on YouTube or Twitch. Please and thank you. It's a huge help to the almighty algorithm that we are all enslaved by, more or less. Let's be honest. So yeah. So pay a penance to your masters, but in a way helping us out too. So please and thank you. You can also check out our Instagram and TikTok down below. Right down there at It's a Long Story _TTRPG. Yes, I have been informed we still have a TikTok. So that's good. Huge shout out and kudos to Kay, who is the arbiter? No, that's not it. Who is the
Administrator?
Administrator. Beautiful.
The mastermind.
The mastermind. The master, the mind. Who is able to make some of our best moments and saddest moments and happiest and funniest moments available in a shortened sort of space, so you guys don't have to watch all the 3.5 to 4 hour sessions.
But you can.
But you can. Thank you, Drew. You can. They're all available here in the wonderful world of YouTube and or Twitch. Actually, mostly it's YouTube. So yeah, please and thanks. That's it for announcements. So I know we are still waiting on the other two to be able to jump in. But in the meantime, I do have Nav's recap that I will read. I'll be honest, it is Nav, I love you. I don't know if I'll be reading it verbatim because it is 4 pages, which is a lot. So we might scan down some things just to be able to run through. But I promise, Nav, you'll still get that point of inspiration. All right, cool. So, excuse me. This is where we have left off with the Wreckless. How many members of the Wreckless does it take to deal with a pesky gnome? Apparently, nearly all of them. Aside from Riaris, who is the party's entire brain cell and decided to talk to T-Wall as the rest of the party attempt to stop Vera from attacking Zed, as she believes him to be a zombie, as she felt him die. A brief summary of the combat. This is okay. All right, sorry. A brief summary of the combat. This is your health and safety warning. If you feel like you're smelling burnt toast, it's okay. I promise. Check your fire alarm. Okay. Nice.
Necessary.
Necessary. Very. Ogre rushes up to cast hold person on Vera. Carb being the best.
King Kong.
Car heals K. Zed is like, what the fuck? And Edwin, the captain of the storm, cradles through a gust of wind to control the situation. Kay decides to cast command on Vera. Yoon is still sitting on the side railing, being like, you've all got this. It's one person with the shiv. You are all magical demigods. I think you can handle one gnome. Beautiful. There is a brief physics lesson from Car after we all dogpile on top of each other after the first gust of wind. This is so unhinged. So having dealt with multiple gusts of winds being swatted between the Wreckless and the captain of the Storm's Cradle, Edwin, who is just, trying to control the situation. Poor guy. There's a brief moment of water potentially being involved, but Yoon, also having the brain spell, counterspells it. Yoon doing the Lord's work. And then going back to eating parfait with the mirror image cast on him. Edwin, the captain, ends up over the railing into the sea, but it's fine because he's a sea elf. We manage to calm the situation. The Wreckless managed to calm the situation after there are more antics of Ogre in Panther mode, pouncing. Vera still going after Zed. Car hits a sleep spell. No, we ended up not doing the sleep spell. Car decides to go invisible. Sees that Nos has reached to the other sailors to getting their weapons. Situation slightly escalated. Interesting. This is taking a little bit of an interesting turn to account, as Nav says, but deep down, Vera does not really want to hit Zed. I disagree. Vera very much wanted to hit Zed. Weird tidbit, though. For some reason, Vera knows what a zone of truth feels like, or at least look of recognition. And the big reveal of how she felt Zed died. Didn't see it, but felt it. And Zed says, oh, he did, but not this me. Cue the face palms and the more madness. There's talk of Ogre dropping wild shape to put on the mask of many faces. But that's decidedly doesn't happen, I believe.
No, because she wanted to be the sea witch.
Kayla Noor gave Ogre a look, and Ogre was like, maybe that's a bad idea.
Yeah. So that's how the Wreckless broke the DM speedrun, but we throw bomb good.
Yep.
Nice.
No, we do gust of wind good.
Yep, but there's another gust of wind. Car preps for worst case scenario for cure wounds. Vera goes tumbling down the stairs.
Yay!
There they are. Vera goes tumbling down the stairs, seeing Yoon finish that parfait. Kaelinor helps Edwin get to the side of the ship and is coming up to the deck. You'd think this is the end, but no, we go crazier, go crazy, go stupid. Nav, do you want to take over?
Listen, the Gen Z in me had to go crazy, go stupid. Yes, I can take over.
Go stupid. Please
Go
do.
crazy, go stupid. Bear with me 1 second. My laptop decided to have a full freak out today, and I nearly cried. I did cry. I'm lying to you all.
I'm glad you're here, though.
It's because all the gust of winds.
All the gusto wins. Go crazy, go stupid. So, question for chat: do the undead bleed red blood? Who knows? But Zed finds out. Nearly using his own hemoclaw dagger, but doesn't use the shiv. Rolls a nat 20. What? But doesn't hit with his own shiv, but hits with the shiv. It's weird, it's complicated. Go check it out. Vera isn't convinced. Time stop roughly around the 2-hour 12 mark. Yeah, 2 hours of this. It's great. Anyway, Yoon Eldritch blasts her, making her unconscious. Edwin stops the crew from attacking us. Ogre and Zed fight over Vera's body. Car is perched up high. Oh, but where is Riaris? Anyway, hydration break, because that was a lot. Thanks, Joe. Down in the Navigator's cabin, looking more like a shrine than a cabin space, with T-Wall and Riaris in there. Hand-drawn maps near and far with cryptic motions on them. A strange object with concentric rings around it. I think it's a globe, or one of the moons of Imea. Who knows? Though weirdly, there's one corner of the room covered in a black sheet. Strange, the roof and ceiling's also painted black, but sometimes you gotta make your own blackout curtains. Anyway, Garrett waits outside, and now it's power play time. Teal examines Riaris' axe earring and puts it down as a peace offering, maybe, as finds out there is a look of recognition there, and now it's information time. Strapping, guys. Teal is aware the towers go both up and down and knows where we encountered the sea witch known as Yan Memori, but her homies call her Yan or Selma, I don't know. And that was in Shasta V. Teal asks if we got it, the instruments and their varieties. And we have them, and those of the variety. Though it wasn't on a pedestal, ours was being guided by someone who decided to smash it in the head for funsies. To Riaris, it doesn't matter which side he's on, but what side they're on. Wisdom is said in words, not riddles, so what does Teal know? Where did he go, and why so far up north? Twin Lights. There's a beautiful name that Joe said, and I decided to spell it phonetically, and I'm not attempting to say it. So we're moving on. But it's Teal's people's belief that it is a device that will bring the reckoning to those people who claim the land as their home, which the Aarakocrans still have claim to, and Teal found these devices months back and brought it home where it rests safe, and was told by his superiors that it's best to bring them all to one place where they cannot be used. Clap back from Yara saying he should speak to the leaders or, the superiors of Teal in this case, Iconic king shit. Anyway, Riaris too is from the north and used to look down on the lands, both metaphorically and physically, but there was a city of birds. Weird threat of maybe he won't find them or his superiors. I don't know. It's a little nitty-gritty, but now down to the nitty-gritty. Is it good? Who determines the reckoning? And there's a warning that Teal can take it away, as Riaris will always be close to the land. And, a weapon out of reach is good. Though, is Riaris smart? According to the TED, Teal's English Dictionary, a smart person would recognize that this is a fight they cannot win. They've already lost someone dear to them, aka Old Zed. And someone is now offering to carry this burden and sacrifice. So, Riaris doesn't feel this burden of weight. Unfortunately, our intelligence is measured differently, seen by the fight. Listen, Teal's being a little culty, with him having something more than knowledge, which is faith. And listen, from one faith lover to another, Stevie Wonder song and sing is indeed great, but again, a little zealot-y for my liking. The overall goal, to keep the Twin Lights away from Yamamori, those... man, I did write a lot. Anyway.
Yes, you did. You definitely did.
It was, listen, a lot happened that combat. We spent 2 hours fighting. It was beautiful. Those are odds. So, cooperation or aggression. With Riaris' persuasiveness, Teal says he will talk to him and only him. And this is either going to be great, or are we instead going to Robin Williams solo this like angels? Anyway, check out the timestamp, the 3-hour 6 mark to at least like the 3-hour 17 mark with a beautiful speech. So anyway, turns out we're angling for the Robbie Williams solo moment. Anyway, once again, Teal calls Kara Crow. And listen, I'm not going to attempt to recreate or summarize or make a funny haha joke about the incredible monologue done by our wonderful Riaris. Feel better soon, Dan, and sorry for getting you sick. But I will attempt to basically do this. Riaris says is a somewhat like vessel, and imagine being that vessel of a messenger for your ancestors, parents, and your new family, which is the Wreckless. And he will help them where they want to go. But this boy's body lights up like a black hole, but the other side also being a burning star with the celestial revelation of one inky black eye and one golden. Riaris realizes his destiny is to test the currents and to feel like a custodian over them. And even the highest of kings can learn from the lowliest of beggars. And poof! Wings echoing the color of his eyes, but the wings as though on a loop with time. Oh, you didn't know? This man's a time cleric. And as he makes a promise to make Teal a grain of sand as though he won't exist if he disrespects his crew again, specifically Car, because Car is great and we love him. Also, what is a sycophant? I actually did not know, so I have to go Google that. Genuinely, I stood there for a minute, I was like, I don't know what that word is. Anyway.
That's why you pay me the big bucks.
I know. Riaris hovers above a beacon in the night sky, and the rest of the Wreckless, well, just chatting, dealing with the aftermath of, the fight. Cut to Vera not believing Zed about the timelines and bickering, and Zed looking for someone smart, appealing to Yoon's vanity, but Vera believes he's alive and kind of cray-cray. There's a weird deja vu of both Yoon asking if we have a new crew member, and both Zed and Vera yelling no. Remind us of anyone. Anyway, Ogre takes Vera to a net, and there's a bonding moment between them. But they miss Riaris bursting out the window, and Car follows him. Yoon gives his business card to Edwin as he stares up at the first mate, but Yoon heads back to the ship. Kaelinor drinks with the crew and steals our alcohol in a flask. Sorry, Buff. Cut to Zed asking the most important question. Where do sea elves come from? I don't know. Anyway, there are pockets of people underwater scattered across the isles, though there have been cases of villagers being attacked by wings. I phonetically spelled them. I don't know. But other thing,
Sahooigans.
Sahooigans. I knew
Yep.
I missed an H.
It's all good. It's a weird one.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Sahooigans. Oh no! My tech curse has spread. First, I got everyone sick, and now I've cursed everyone
First,
with
all of our
technology.
PCs.
Oh well. Oh, we can play this because I think
Who needs
Ogre
a
and I are
DM to
still
play
on the ship.
Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah, no, it's fine. Ogre and I are still on the ship. We can RP after this. Oh, there we go.
All right. Welcome back.
Don't mind me.
Sahooigans and other things. Maybe they didn't have the means to raise Zed, and that's speculation. Edwin shows Zed a village and comes back with, shows this village through a map and brings back a map of Chassavi, Betladife, and Farad. No markings on Betladife, but there are marks in the middle of where we are right now. And there's a dot, which I assume is a village. Anyway, Vera and Ogre are downstairs, kind of making fast friends. Vera pulls the reverse psychology of getting Ogre on her side, and we may have triggered the flight or fight response back into Vera, but it's fine. Anyway, Zed kind of comes down. They kind of have a chat. Small realization that Zed maybe left their Vera in that timeline, and Inette gives some great advice. That's what happened. I probably missed stuff, but can't win them all, gamers.
Yep, watch the last video.
What's
Get
the
caught
last
up.
video?
Beautiful.
Nah,
Thank
but it's
you.
impossible for you to miss anything because you do the most accurate recaps.
With all the memes.
It's very good. It's very good.
Thank
I kind of fully crashed there for a second, but just in case I came back in, I came back in a weird spot. Just for clarity's sake, I guess it wasn't fully clarified, and that would be a fun little trope. But I will promise you that Zed was not raised by Sahooigans, which is what I came in on a little bit.
No,
so that,
no, you're good.
that's not. That would be bad. That'd be very bad. You guys might see. Who knows?
Although the way he acts.
Although the way he acts, yes, 100%. I agree with that.
Zed was raised by hooligans?
Yes, hooligans.
He
yes.
is a hooligan.
That makes
Yes,
so much
for sure.
sense.
All right, so everybody except for Vera, Ogre, and I are still on their ship. Everybody else is on our ship.
We're gonna put, unless there's something specific you guys want to do, we're gonna put you all back on the ship, basically, kind of watching the other ship go on.
Although, didn't Kaelinor get hit on by one of the crewmates of the other ship?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe. Was it Nas or Garrick?
I think it was Garrick.
I think it was Garrick.
Was it Garrett?
Yeah.
Yeah, gave him mixed signals and then took the booze and ran.
Yeah.
Because that's the.
It was
That's
Garrett. I would have stayed. Anyway. Anyway,
that's
moving
the
on.
funnier part because of just Kaelinor running relationship with half-orcs. Yeah,
I don't mean to do it. It's just
it's good. It's good. I love it. All right, cool. Well, with that, so Evan's gonna be, Lassie said, at least another 10 to 15 minutes.
We can BS that long.
So
He was
I
just
only
relaxing
brain
in his
cell.
hot tub.
I am a little worried in having the voice of reason gone. So at any point, Car, if you want to be a little more outspoken this night.
So you want me to play out of character? Okay.
I want you to play your character.
I'm just teasing. I'm teasing. I'm teasing.
We'll go.
We
with
have
it
Nala
where-
there too. We have
If
Nala.
I ever play another game of yours, Joe, I will be more forward.
No, I want you. I love. There's absolutely nothing wrong with Car. Yeah. And again, for those that have not heard, I am very sick, so please have patience with me. Here we go. You guys want to play some D&D?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
yeah.
Hell yeah! Let's do it. So, So, we come back on to the deck of the Wreckless. Some things to kind of clarify as you guys have come up and have noticed things. I believe in order it was Riaris, Carr, and then the rest of you guys don't matter to me order-wise, honestly. That's not gonna like that's up to you guys. But
And since I'm about to step away, like I told you about, maybe I'm talking to Riaris right now.
cool. Yep, that makes sense.
And when I come back, Car will emerge.
Cool. All right, that's fair. So yeah, so I think as Ogre, were you? No, Vera kind of went on her own accord back to the ship, correct?
Yeah, and
Okay.
left Ogre and I.
Okay, so cool. So Kaelinor, you followed Vera.
I-
She's gonna follow you.
I
Nia.
expeditious retreated to catch up with you, who's heading back to the ship. Out of embarrassment.
Okay, so setup wise, we'll say you're just behind Vera, and then it's Ogre and Zed after that. Cool. So yeah, there is a spot of like, hey, new person's gonna show up on the ship with, you know, Kobamu is essentially the main like kind of source of like threat and whatever. So I will say, Kaelinor, as you're trying to kind of work that out, I'll say give me a perception check.
You got it. A 19.
19. Okay. Cool. With a 19, the first thing you notice is that you do not see from where you're coming in on the ship, which is kind of that like sort of midship port side. You do not see Kobamu anywhere. You do not see Nala either. As Vera is probably, I'd say if you're using Expeditious Retreat, you can definitely be like in front of Vera. But Vera would be stylistically just kind of like walking right on board. So it's up to you whether or not you would kind of step in front.
I will stay behind her.
Okay.
Yeah, but like 5 feet, a little bit, like that energy of when you're behind a slow walker and you're kind of on top of them a little bit.
Yeah. Yep. Cool. That makes sense. Cool. So let me roll a little luck roll here then. Okay, great. Cool. Vera kind of heads off to the front helm of the ship. You notice that she's like kind of like looking at things, kind of inspecting. She has a very confused look on her face, but she's also probably pretty distant. There's a lot that's happened in a short span of time. But she shoots you a couple like kind of curious looks looking around. But that's about it. So as she goes towards the head of the ship, I would say with that 19, you hear the like kind of like this like sort of like gruff sort of pounding sound towards the back of the ship. Excuse me.
I will go to the back of the ship and kind of leave Vera with her thoughts a little bit.
All right, cool. So as you head back to the ship, I will carry over that 19, and we'll handle that there in this. But I'll say, following pretty closely behind would be Ogre and Zed. So, Ogre and Zed, you come onto the midship, and at this point, you see. I'd say probably at this point you would see Nos starting to kind of like untie their ends and like saying, you know, kind of like waving you guys off. Captain Edwin is kind of up near the helm, also kind of giving like a short sort of wave and a little salute. So I assume you guys would take a moment to kind of just pull in your there's probably a name for it, but the plank.
Yeah, it's like the plank walkway. Yeah.
Ogre's just gonna hold up her little silverware and say, "Thanks for the souvenirs."
Yeah, and then
just seems to like fully wave, like nodding as if like knowing you said something, but fully has no idea what you said.
I'm just gonna yell, if you need any help, call us.
Same thing. Say like at this point you kind of hear there's like this sort of like hurried sort of gust of wind that seems to be kind of blocking a little bit of sound between you two.
A lot of gust of wind still going on.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you guys are lucky you didn't just run a full blown tornado. So, yeah, cool. So take no time at all. I'm not gonna have you guys roll for that of getting that stuff on. But you were able to kind of unhook yourselves from the ship, and you guys are kind of watching it go from the distance. Where would you guys like to go from there?
I'm not talking to Vera. She's way too angry, upset right now.
Good. She don't talk to you either.
Yeah. No, do I notice Kaelinor anywhere, or is she already out of view?
I don't know. You know what? Let's give a little bit more for Kaelinor. Kaelinor, as you go to the back, you notice that there is a new structure towards the back of the ship. It is a work in progress that looks to be made up of like extra boards and rope and the canvas that was left in that crate of holding on the ship that you notice has some very interesting sort of like scorch marks around the around this like kind of precipice of what would seem to be deemed a doorway. It is about Kobamu shaped. As you hear rustling from inside, would you investigate or?
Yeah, I think we should go knock on the door. A little still wary and respectful, obviously, of Kobama and what like he means to her a little bit, like especially in the past. But we'll probably knock on the door and then like take a massive step back. A little bit.
Okay.
Knock,
Cool.
knock, knock, knock on Bummer's door.
You hear the I will say when I say that this like it's not really a blind anymore, but that same sort of kind of concept of it. This hut essentially is or hutch really is Kobamu shaped. I would say like it is literally about the size for Kobamu to be able to kind of like sit down and like turn around, and that's it. So when you hear the shuffling sort of stop, you actually I'll roll something here. Okay. You give me a or actually, what is your AC?
19.
19. Great. Okay, cool. Awesome. One of those is a nat 1. Perfect. So you see just at the last moment a giant paw kind of reach out from the sheet, kind of extending out, missing your face by inches as it claws this this like clothesline sort of door or tent flap really, like kind of open, and you see him just kind of like.
My apologies.
You do not feel like that was intentional. You feel like he was just trying to open the door.
Okay. Then yeah, no. I just wanted to inform you that we have a new crew member on board, maybe. Well, we do. A gnome woman, goes by Vera. She doesn't know
Cool.
about you yet. Yeah, so I just wanted to let you know.
Cool.
No, not kill. She's nice. This is nice. And Kay gestures a little bit to the blind. She doesn't really know how to talk to him. Like,
Fire car.
Nala. She's pretty cool. Okay. Kay's the epitome of awkward.
Give me give me another we'll say investigation check for this.
A 12.
Okay. With a 12, you is that enough? Let's find out. Okay, yeah, it is. You actually see right in the like center of Kobamu, kind of sitting in that, you know, it would be cute if he wasn't just made of full, just massive muscle and brawn. Sitting in his space, like his legs just kind of sticking straight out. And you see in the center towards the floor is what looks to be a rapidly healing etching in the on the top of the deck of a full circle, similar to what you saw on the previous
Crate.
variation
Yeah.
of the ship.
And that etching is on the floor where he's sitting. Or is
It
it
is now at this
on
point
here?
you actually notice it's like a half circle, as it is the living wood sort of part of regeneration of the ship is actually healing over it, probably sparking some frustration.
This is a silly question that I know the answer to. But you must have been awfully bored on that ship. And I kind of look to the circle, half circle he's drawing.
Bored, and you see him knock the deck extremely hard in your perspective. Bored.
Did you do anything before you fought? All the stories of you I heard as a child were obviously about your prowess and your fighting ability, but do you like to paint? Or I liked to do that when I was a child. I used to carve little figurines.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Do I burn my inspiration now? That's an
It's up to you.
8.
Yeah, it's a pretty high roll, I would say.
I'm gonna burn it now.
Are you sure?
When you say it like that.
When I say it's a high roll, is I'm saying that it's unlikely you'll get it.
Yeah.
So that's your call, right? So like that's the.
No, because Kay knows she's not gonna get through to. Yeah. Nah, I'm gonna leave that 8. The inspiration might be important for something else.
An 8? Okay, cool. You see him stare at you. Kobambo likes to kill, maim, tear, break. You're muted.
Well, that makes sense. How did you get good at it? Were you practice, but when you practice, did you kill, maim, or tear? Did you not spar for fun?
Kobamo busy. You go now.
Okay. And I...
I'll say at this point, Zed, you come up to Kaelinor. If you, we'll say you had eyes on Kaelinor, kind of walking up. So if you're heading back towards the back towards that area of the ship. You can.
Hey, Kalen. Oh. Hi, Kobamu. Nice talking to you.
Respectfully bow my head towards his door and turn to kind of Zed. Hey Zed.
You bow to the blank
Close, and you're like,
sheet. Yeah,
just
yeah,
like-
yeah.
It's like,
All right.
cool.
No spicy ramen, Kobamu. Got it.
Let's leave him alone.
Okay.
Come on. Push Zed a little bit like, let's go.
Can't believe I'm going to ask this.
Go on.
I need help with you in your room.
And you need my help in my room?
Yeah.
Okay. What?
Ogre, are you here?
I think Ogre's with Vera, just like, and
Cool.
this is the boat, and this is the boat swing that's very important for some reason that no one's
So
used yet.
We'll handle that in a second. I just want to make sure that I'm not discluding you from this scene. Go ahead.
Hmm.
Kaelinor and Zed, go ahead.
So, yeah, it's your room. I need help with something. You have all the maps. I need to find something.
Yeah. Sure. That's fine. And Kay kind of looks around, be like, anyone else here hearing Zed needs me for help? No. This could be a fever dream. I could be lying.
Mm.
Yeah, we can go now.
Yeah. Mhm. Okay.
Okay. That I'm. Well done for asking me. That I feel like that took a lot for you to do.
Yeah,
And
no,
I
I'd rather
appreciate-
stab myself.
Well,
Would have been easier to do that.
you tried to do that. On the Storm's Cradle.
Oh, no, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't great for you.
Mm.
And I'll head down to my room with all my charts and maps and start pulling them out. You do know Nala is a better cartographer than me. Like, she has like the tips and tricks of the trade. That's a whole thing back
Yeah.
in Booty Base.
Yeah, but you have all the maps, so we'd be able to find it easier like that. Instead of getting a very smart remark from her.
She's not that bad. You just have to get to know her.
You have to get
Slowly.
past her calling you stupid, yeah.
She did that 3 times. Okay.
Mm.
Eventually.
Back to the original sort of time. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. Just 3 times. It was 3 times for sure. For sure.
Alright. So what
Okay.
we're looking for is anything like this, and I pull out the map of where he showed where the people live for sea elves, to try to figure out if there's any markings on any of the other maps in the room that might indicate anything about sea elves cities or anything.
Kaelinor, if you want to use your, I'll say investigation, add your proficiency based. Are you the navigator? I have this
I
on
am.
the list somewhere. I apologize.
I am.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
navigator. Because
Cars. Yeah.
Kara's the navigator.
That's how I remember it.
So
Cars.
Kaelinor just basically is sleeping
I
in
just
the
have the-
room of the navigator's room.
yes.
I just have the map stuff.
Okay, cool. So we'll say just roll me straight up investigation, Kaelinor.
Oh god. That is a hot 4. I think I just pull out the maps and I just collect the books and just open them to the pretty pages and go, well, there you go. Again, I did say Nala is probably better at Car. Like, they're both equally good at because they can see, they can fly, they know things.
Ugh.
I just sleep here.
I think your religion check also like allows you to like think about like glossaries are a really big help, and you like try to find one in this like atlas sort of thing, and there's nothing.
There's
Nothing
no
along sea elves, anything like that.
Like, there's no index. I mean, there's an index. There's no gloss. Like, I don't know how do you categorize. This isn't helpful in any. Well, it is, but it's not. And I just close it back up.
Hey, were you looking at an atlas of people?
No.
Because I'm pretty sure these are places, not people.
Why would they be? Well, if they're places, they'd have people there. So why would I not find the people? Would that not be the people finding first?
I'm pretty sure that's like a list of like inmates or something you could say, or like slaves.
No, it's
How
it's a
deep
consensus.
do
It's a survey.
your people go? Huh?
It's like when they ask you like
They ask you a survey of where people
yeah
are
of
from.
like when they do like the general population stuff. No,
Kayla, roll
that-
me a religion check based on culture.
a 17.
Yeah, Alice's have nothing to do with people. They're maps and charts of locations. That's
Yes.
their thing. So at a certain point you realize as you're arguing with Zed has pulled you into an argument based on information that is not valid.
I think Kaylin just closes the book from it and just looks at Zed and goes, "Stop it! Just. You may be right. Atlases are places, not people, and that's on me."
Okay, maybe we should go to Nala about this.
Yeah, Nala or Khan might be good.
Yeah.
We'll find one of the, I'll pick up, scoop the maps and books and the atlas, and kick Zed out my room as we go find Nala.
All right, let's go find them.
I think you find Carr out of the end of a conversation with Riaris, assumedly, but in a current conversation with Nala. So I'm going to pause you guys there for a second as we go to Ogra. As Ogra, you were to the... oh, gosh, guys, I'm sorry. The front of the ship.
This
Stern,
is
I think?
Ogrish Tree.
50-50 chance, sorry. My ship
I
directions.
think the
Yeah,
tree's in the
stern.
back of the ship.
Yeah, the bow. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you.
This is Ogrish Tree, and this is the boat's wing,
No.
which is
Sorry.
very
No.
important.
Ogra. Veer is at the front of the ship.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's because the back of the ship is also now where Kobamu's hutch is. But is that where you went?
Yeah, I go where she's at.
Cool. So, where is everybody?
Oh, we all got our own little spaces, like Carr. He was the Eric Cochran person. He and Nala, they live up there.
Okay.
And
Right.
would you like a tour?
Yeah, I guess eventually. But where is everybody? The ship is
Well,
even
met them
slightly
all,
bigger than the
besides-
ship that I'm...
no, you met them all besides 2 others. But now you make... Wait. You make 9.
There's 9 people on the ship?
Mm-hmm.
How have you guys not sunk this ship yet?
We've only been on it a day. But it
She's
was
look-
another ship that we had for a few other days that we stole from the Merlin Loke.
Okay, one explanation at a time. What, but how were you... Does anybody know how to run a ship here?
Maybe 2 people?
Don't say that. Don't say that. Who's the other person that you think knows how to run a
Zed's
ship?
the captain, and Kayla Nor, they are good on boats because they were on a boat.
And Kaelanor is the one I stabbed in the foot?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You really should apologize about that.
Yeah, I'll get to it. Are you... like, you guys aren't going to be able to make it to wherever you're going. We're going to Ferran, right? You guys aren't going to be able to make it like this. I mean, you're going to have to be. It's going to be like 5 jobs for all of you at a time, at the same time.
It's a really nice ship. Ship, that's what it's called, not a boat. Yoon keeps telling me it's a ship.
Jesus. Okay. Yeah. Some guy. All right. And I think at this point is when you see like the rigging actually like kind of change course a little bit as it kind of moves. So, what the fuck was that?
Ogre doesn't know. Ogre's been staying in her tree.
Is this a
and
ghost
just
ship?
points up- No, it was made by a guy named the Bell Maker.
You are like okay. All right. Okay.
Should
I'm gonna
Ogre,
have a lot
like-
of fun talking to you very soon, but I think right now I need information that you're not able to give me.
No, Ogre
you-
can give information.
Okay, what the fuck was that? Why did the ship move? Why did the
Somebody
rigging
hit-
of the ship move?
Somebody hit something, maybe Nala's up there, or...
I'm Ogre, right? Ogre?
Yes.
Ogre?
Yes.
Ogre?
Ogre.
Ogre. I'm looking right at it.
We do have an autopilot.
I think autopilot. Zed, is there a possibility there was a conversation that was had between Vera and forget it. It absolutely is.
Yeah. No,
Oh,
he would have.
God. You
It would have been his invention that he spun to her.
mentioned.
Yeah.
Like,
It's just
yeah,
the
I
rope.
have this idea.
Just put
yeah.
a TMI on it.
Yeah, he would have done all his ideas to her, like
I'm gonna roll.
the whale watching.
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna say. I'll say the 50-50, like, because it's just as ridiculous to assume that this. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Oh. The autopilot. Right. Okay.
Mhm.
So she's. Yeah. So he's befuddled everyone on the ship. Okay. Makes sense. How long have you been on the ship?
This new ship, 1 day. It was another ship that we had for a few other days that we took from the Marlinloke from a really bad sea elf man that Ogre doesn't like because they kidnapped Ogre's clan and family
Okay,
in
yep,
a cave
Yep.
with a bat.
Oh, can I pause you? Yep. Cave with a bat. No. So why? So Ogre,
Should
I need
Ogre
to.
go at the very beginning?
No, I think Ogre. I think you should really just think about possibly. Are there lifeboats on this ship? Because maybe you and I find a way. Because that you only need 2 people to run, if that.
But we're in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, and pretty soon we're gonna be in the middle of the ocean.
It's okay, Ogre's got water breathing.
There are a lot of dangerous things in the ocean, Ogre. Okay, all right. I want to tell you 2 things. One,
Mhm.
I like you very much,
Thank you.
and I think you're going to be useful. And 2, this ship is gonna sink
No, it's not.
or crash or break.
We
Yep,
have
you
a
say
bell
that,
that
but
will
you
make a bubble around it and we go underwater.
Who told you that?
The bell maker.
Yep, great. And she goes, "Is there like a first mate or?"
Ogre kind of forgot whose job has who. It's either Riaris, Yoon, or Kaelinor.
Okay, let's find Kaelinor, I guess.
Oh, there are 2 other people here. One is a Phoenix woman. She's named Nala, and she's Car's girlfriend. She's really nice,
I think
but
you're
she's
walking
very
and
loud.
talking at this point as Vera's. Yep. Okay. Got it. Yep.
And then there's the very
Woman named Phoenix.
very scary panda man who can rip your arm off, and he's very moody, so you may not want to go to him, called Kobamu.
Sure.
That the
yeah.
Merlinlow kept in a cage and not want to go near because he broke Ogra's arm.
Yep. Okay. Tough guy on the ship. Got it.
Okay.
And is going to go to try to find Kilner. Now, Kilner, you're trying to find Car
Or Nala.
and
Yeah.
Nala.
Yes.
So, Car, you're coming up from... Well, you're coming out of Riars's room, right? I assume?
Sure. Yes.
That's probably where...
And he and I have had a scintillating chat.
Okay, cool. So roll to see kind of like how easy we can make this here. Okay, great. Cool. You're on the deck of the ship. So you have Car, you're on the deck of the ship, and Nala has been like following you, consistently asking questions, which will kind of just RP into it.
Okay.
So what did he call you?
Well, who, T-Wall?
You know who I'm talking about.
I assume T-Wall, not the captain. I think he called me a crow.
I was there for that one
Called
time.
you a crow?
Yeah.
You weren't, but maybe Riaris said that.
Oh, I was just saying, we already mentioned it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, not to me, but yeah. He called me a crow.
All right. Okay, great. Yep. All right. So.
No.
It's just like pulling her back into the conversation.
Yeah, you're on the deck. You're just kind of like pulling her wing to. No, just one shot. I'm just gonna scare him.
No, because
Oh, that sounds like Nala.
it's not his ship, and Edwin was very nice to us.
Fucking crow. I'll make him eat crow. Piece of shit.
He's not from around here, I don't think. I don't think he understands the way we work here. I think he's from north somewhere.
Okay. Did anyone teach him how things work around here?
I think Riaris and he had a talk.
You see her kind of calm down a little bit then. Are you okay?
I'm fine. No, really. So, look, I know my place here,
And I kind of point over toward the Isles
and I've accepted that. And clearly, he has twisted up something so that I'm even less than that because I'm pretty important there.
going back to the Isles.
Yeah.
So, I can't snap my fingers and fix his way of thinking. It's fine. He's ignorant.
Okay. All right. As long as, yeah. Okay. I'm okay with you being okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to talk to him again, and I really appreciate you and the Wreckless, but he's just a misguided bird.
Okay.
You shouldn't use your religion to make people feel less than. And he does, so he's broken.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, next time I see him, I can't promise that I'll not try
Well,
to
if you
break
see
him.
him and he's not on that ship, do you? I'm no fan.
So Nala's cracking her knuckles, just thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just leave Edwin's ship alone, because Edwin and his crew are very nice.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. I'll leave them to watch.
How was your time on the ship? Did you talk to Kobamu?
Trying to change the subject.
Yeah, actually, so there's a point where I will say this probably gets interrupted by Zed and Kaelnor coming in, but you actually see the beginning of that conversation. You see Nala goes, actually, yeah, it wasn't that bad. And I'll say this is when you guys come in.
Wow. Oh, hey, Nala, Car. Oh, hey, Nala.
Talking.
the ship was nice. There was a guy on there. You would have loved to punch his face in that fucking
Yeah.
toucan.
Yeah.
Beat the shit out of him myself. Anyways, hey, Car. I didn't
Back to
say
topic.
anything. I didn't do anything. Glad we bumped into you guys. Kalenor's got the maps and atlas and everything. I guess she went far deep into where
Taylor
her
just
people
carrying all
Holding them, just like.
like had lists of people. Surprising.
Why are you carrying that out of the room?
Oh, because we're looking for more places like this. And I pull out the map. It's an underwater
Put my
sea
hand on
elf
it.
village.
I'll put my hand on the map before a wind calls up. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Be here.
Thank you. That's a kiss.
Yeah.
Well, let's go back. Oh, goodness. Okay, I can't believe I'm saying this. Let's go back below deck.
All right, we'll go to the kitchen. Okay. well,
so who's the first mate here?
oh, no. Hello,
Yeah.
I'm
Vera.
not talking to you. I'm not
Hi,
talking to you.
First mate Riaris. Me, captain.
Oh,
Someone with a brain, please.
wow.
Ogre has a brain. But we all do.
Sorry, no, I wasn't saying.
Okay. Vera, what's your worry?
Kaelinor, right?
Yes. Hi.
Great.
I can help you out.
Do you need help with all those?
Yeah. Please, and I can whatever. Yeah. I'm gonna take these back to the room. Zed, Nala, Cobb, feel free to come along at one point. Yeah.
Are we going to the kitchen?
Let's go.
Or the kitchen.
Yeah, kitchen, food, kitchen.
Nala go,
But my
why are we
maps.
taking it out of the navigation room?
But what if they get ruined near the food? I'm gonna
Okay, fine. You guys go take it to the navigation room. I'll go get food. Ogra, can you come help me with the food?
Okay. Vera,
right.
would you like anything? Because we have a ghost oven that's gonna make us food.
Okay, that's one thing.
Oh,
One thing at
Ogra,
a time.
you introduced her to everybody.
Vera goes, yes, ghost peppers sound great. Thank you so much.
Okay. Right.
Okay, ghost pepper.
so-
Nala, Cobb, I might need help explaining.
Ogra, did you tell her about the unseen servants and the one that's become, alive?
No.
And we're walking, and we're walking.
Yeah,
Vera.
walking.
And we're walking.
I just
Yep.
I follow Kaelinor like, I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I'll help.
Beautiful. Nala just kind of like, I think Nala actually stays with Zed and Ogre because it's a conversation that unfortunately I think Nala has been called a couple times into the kitchen to be able to speak to not a necessity at any point, but you guys have not determined that yet, maybe. So there's a point of like separation as there's Nala and Kala and Nar, just like have a moment of like staring at each other, both being like,
Yeah.
just being pulled away.
Oh, Nala, you missed a very intense dinner. Very tense.
Probably would have been more tense without me in there.
I have to say, out of character completely,
Yeah.
Kalinar sounds a lot like Kaelinor.
God damn it.
Oh no. Coming up with that ship's name now. Give me.
We are they.
Kalinar.
We are they.
I am just the child of them. That's it. That's what we
That's it.
established.
Kaelinor is Kalinar's child. Okay.
We are Legion.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
Back in character. I apologize.
Kalenor's
Jesus.
gonna be their godmother.
That's
Oh
so
my
good.
God.
Nope, that's totally worth it.
The venom suit came off Car and went on Kaelinor.
Yeah, so we'll stick with Ogre in the scene because there's a very short scene with Vera. So Ogre, Zed, and Nala, you guys are making food.
Yeah, going down to the kitchen. What do you guys think? What would everybody want? Like, what's easy and well known?
Vera said she wanted ghost peppers.
No, we're not giving anybody ghost peppers.
Why are we giving someone ghost peppers?
That's what Vera said. When Ogre said there was a ghost in the oven.
I'm gonna roll a investigation. Okay, I think that's still enough. No.
Ghosts in the
Did she say ghost peppers after you said ghost in the oven?
Yeah?
Okay, she might have just heard you say ghost and was just...
Yeah.
Maybe we just double check on that.
You know what?
You can't
What?
go wrong with world toast.
World toast sounds good.
World toast. Okay. Fuck. Nala, you can you speak to him? I don't want to insult him.
You don't
Them.
really need to speak to him. You know that. Like, he's good with just doing his
Well,
job.
Yeah, but
What do
I
you mean,
feel
Anna?
like he would enjoy like some conversation in his own language, just so
You
he
guys
doesn't
just don't
feel
want to hear him
alienated.
screaming when we open.
Oh no,
the
I think
president.
it's funny. Watch. Hey,
I didn't like it.
Okay. All right. And then Nala and Ah start to have a conversation that you don't understand. As you guys get food ready.
Zed?
Yeah.
Okra may be stepping across a line saying this, but whatever your relationship with Vera, you may want to tone it down a bit.
Well, I mean, a relationship I had with Vera was back in my timeline, and I don't even know if she's alive then. And then this is a different Vera.
But it's still Vera, and she thinks the Zed from our timeline is dead, and then
Well, I mean, he is.
you may just want to see it from her perspective that someone she thought she was mourning shows up and who is being a really, and Ogre doesn't want to use this word, but it kind of fits, kind of an asshole.
Well, it goes to show you there's different Zeds, so different things. Maybe, did you ever think maybe her and I didn't get along in mine?
Did you?
Yes, we did.
And you didn't try to call her in yours?
No. I was thrown into a bunch of stuff, and after you all died, I kind of broke. And then I went on a killing spree for a cult.
If you didn't, though, and you got to our island, why wouldn't you if you had to guess?
That's a good question. I was probably scared to know if she was or not, and I wouldn't have accepted that if she wasn't, that would have been the worst one. So I was scared of that.
Then you may want to tell her that instead of, and Oprah doesn't like using this word, but it still fits, an asshole.
I'll wait till the time comes. But also, you know what else is an asshole? When you try to stab somebody in the shoulder with a piece of coral the first time you meet them.
Ogra apologized about that.
All right. So World Toast. Did we have?
Oven is shut. Nala kind of goes back. So why are you being an asshole?
Oh, because I'm looking for my people underwater, and I'm wanting to know if there is any on the way. Because they said there was one right by, but we're in a hurry, so I'm gonna have to pass up on a family reunion.
Nala,
And also-
Nala stopped paying attention and slowly just turned toward Ogre to get the real answer.
Zed's best friend, who's a girl, showed up, and apparently she was very mad that he didn't contact her because of the shipwreck, and she thinks he's a zombie. And she
Oh,
tried to
yeah.
kill him.
Oh, well. Zed, you're obviously not a zombie. So,
She had a few good points.
yeah, I
Economics.
Zed,
Yeah.
point south for me.
Yep.
I will allow you, because of your like background and some of that, I will allow you to just fully do this without rolling. Are you pointing south?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right, yeah, definitely not a zombie. I'm pretty sure zombies wouldn't know compass direction, so she's an idiot.
That's how you can tell if someone's a zombie. You have to ask them to point south.
Oh.
I mean, no, just, one of the first sort of tests that would come to the top of my head.
Yeah, no, that's how you prove if they know their shit or not.
Zombies are mindless. They really don't have, conscious thought anymore, as far as I know.
Yeah, think of they don't dream.
But that actually kind of brings up a good point. We should probably find out everything we can about the drowned ones. Because they might be working on an entirely different level. So I guess, I guess we don't fully know.
When we get to Ferran, maybe you and someone who can read can go do research at, a library.
A what?
A library.
What is that, like some nursery?
Do you want to handle that one?
I think she's talking about the place of books.
No, I know. Okay, yep, okay.
There's also
cool. Yep,
berries.
we'll handle it at the library.
Oh, berries. Oh, a nursery?
It's got knowledge in berries.
Okay, all right. Where's
A
Car?
library.
Where's Car?
Okay. I think
You still
the
need
world.
me in this room?
I think. Well, yeah. I want to know about where sea elves villages are, if you know any.
You want me to find that out in the kitchen?
Well, no.
Ogre's
That's
just
why we're
gonna
going
point
to
down
the
the water.
navigation room.
Very good, Ogre. That is absolutely most likely where they are.
Yeah. Now close the window. We don't need splashing coming in the kitchen.
All right. So I'm gonna leave. You guys.
Navigation
got
room,
the
yep.
rest of the-
Yeah. No, we're
I'm
right
gonna
behind
go-
you. It's all done. I heard him go. Ah.
Well, you gotta collect it from. I want to leave this room before you leave. I want to be done with this conversation. I want to move from the. I want to move far enough away that I can seem to be ending the conversation in a somewhat respectful way.
Okay. Just leave it at Vera's smarter than she
she's
looks.
she's at the door. So
Nella just wants to leave so you can let her do an Irish goodbye.
I'm gonna step out. Here I go. Good luck with the idiot. Gone.
Who's the idiot?
I don't know. I feel like that's everybody. That's how she's polite to people. She calls people she loves idiots. I feel
She
like.
doesn't call Ogre an idiot. She said Ogre is very smart.
And now Ogre has this. Well, no, she hates me.
All right. Anyways, let's get in the room. All the stuff is done. We'll go meet him there.
Pause you there. So meanwhile, Kaelinor and Vera and Car were in the navigation room. Okay, so yeah. Do you all know how many people? I don't know the exact number, but do you know how many people it takes to run a ship this size?
Usually a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, a lot.
Yeah.
And you guys have 9, unless Ogre is counting wrong.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 6? 7.
No, yeah.
7.
Carbono 8?
I'm not sure if he works.
Okay.
Okay. A lot less
7
than
officially.
a lot less than
9.
9.
Uh,
No, wait, no, a lot less than what's needed, which is probably closer to 18, I assume.
Yeah,
18 to 20-ish, at least.
Okay, so you all know that.
I've
Yeah.
seen them. I've seen ships before from above.
Okay.
I've been on ships. Been on a ship.
So, all right. So, I don't.
It's not really a
So-
normal ship, though.
The ship's magic.
Yeah, basically.
Did Zed tell you that?
No,
We had,
it really is.
yeah. Our shipwright is incredible. The ship carpenter, he made the entire ship from the,
Kind of sails itself.
yeah.
The bell maker.
Yes.
Shh.
Carvis.
I'll say, you guys are kind of like, I will say both of you guys go ahead and roll your persuasion checks.
Going there. There it is. Okay. 23.
Nice. An 18.
Okay, cool. Yeah, both of them are great. You see Vera starting to kind of scratch her head. Okay, so the number we have on the ship is feasible to the ship working because of magic.
Yes.
Yeah, for smooth sailing. And all that, yeah. Obviously, we'd
Okay.
have to put in elbow grease if anything were to happen.
Right. And we kind of usually have to tell it where to go, but I mean,
Gotcha. Okay. And this is something that I just want, just for clarification's sake, this because Ogre used a word called autopilot.
I've heard Zed use that before, and I'm not sure if that's real, but it's as good as name as any.
Yeah,
That's-
Zed wants
that's
to put
where,
a
like,
sign.
Goes to a
Around
full
me.
convinced sort of thing. Like, oh, thank God. Okay. All right. Great. So, yeah. So,
Oh, shush.
okay.
Sorry, my puppy's being very needy right now.
Oh, you're fine. So is Zed being the captain kind of like an honorary sort of thing because he wanted to wear the hat or something?
Car actually goes,
I like this bird.
Well, I mean, Kaelinor and I may have different opinions of what it is, but he does have experience running his own smaller boat, and between him and Kay, we're hoping that we survive.
Um,
I mean,
I hate
clearly,
them.
I don't know how to run a ship.
You see Vera turn from Kara and go to Keona and goes, and what do you think?
I hate that I'm saying this. Zed's captain because he's captain. I hate any form of responsibility. I don't want it. Please don't give it to me. So who else better to lead us? And also, like, before we had this ship, we sailed on his ship. It was only fair to make him captain of the next one.
Okay.
You know?
That makes
More
a lot more
sense?
sense. Yes. Yep. Great. I like. Hey, by the way, I'm so sorry for stabbing you in the foot.
No harm, no foul. I'll go to handshake. All good.
Yeah. Vera, by the way, I guess we didn't really do introductions.
Yeah, Caitlin, you're really spry. Like, you're, like, very good at
Thank
getting...
you. You're really strong.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm
I had to stab you in the
Carl.
foot, or else you were
Here.
gonna get me. What did you say, Car?
I said, on Car, I healed her.
Yeah.
Car's also great, yes. Healed me, did a bang-up job.
Oh, so you do magic?
No, not really. I know people who do magic.
Oh.
We are complete.
Speak of magic, man.
Oh, okay. Okay, so
Damn
you're kind of like Ogre. When I try to get an answer, it's more complicated.
Okay, look.
And I'll just call
Roll
one of my
magic.
ancestors.
That's what he does.
Oh man. Oh.
I know.
there's
I know.
PTSD coming on.
I rolled a 2 and a nat 1.
I know. But Car doesn't.
She full faints. Faints. God.
Well,
I just turn to my spirit and go, "Thank you."
I think
And
that
as
is
you
the
turn
correct
back, you
response.
see her just full collapses.
Okay, I'll pick her up and put her on the table where we're laying the maps out.
We can put it.
She's
There
just
is a
putting it
bed.
over her.
No. I'll just put her nearby. Well,
Yeah,
I want
I
to make
got
sure I keep an eye on her because who knows?
That's
Decide to
true.
dive off or something. So, what are we looking for exactly?
Zed's looking for a sea elf village. Apparently, Captain Edwin pointed out villages underneath.
Let's look. I don't know. I mean, clearly I've never been to one. So I'll start looking at maps and see if I can find something.
Cool.
Damn it, Ogre! That's too many plates.
Yoon, at this
It's like-
point, I would assume, just for simplicity's sake, we'll say that you also were probably having a private conversation with Riaris about what happened. So you are just coming out of the room as you see Zed and Ogre kind of like coming out of the hallway from the kitchen carrying too many plates
Damn it, Ogre! Get that plate off my head.
of what looks like world toast.
Yoon, can you
So the
plate on the
point
head?
is proportional response. Oh, you're gone. Okay. What do y'all?
We're all going to navigation room. Can you plate head?
Yeah. I mean, I can just use my hands. Don't we have servants? Unseen servants. I call to thee. Or whatever.
It
Yep.
seemed pretty
you
rude.
feel plates immediately start getting taken
Oh.
off of your
Great.
head.
There we go.
Thank God. Oh,
Yeah. We're
thanks,
we're-
guys. All right. Navigation room, guys. Everybody gets a plate. Oh, here's yours, Yoon. To catch up, Vera's on the ship now.
Okay.
Yay.
I was pretty clear on that. That's caught up. Did we all talk about proportional response? Was everybody, minimizing collateral damage? There's a principle at play here.
Nope.
There's-
We are heading into the navigation room because we are all looking for sea elf villages to look upon later.
No.
So says the
Ogre-
captain. I.
Ogre told Vera about Kobamu and Nala, about
You what?
the ship, and about
Kobamu?
well, yeah, like Kobamu broke Ogre's arm, and Ogre didn't want that to happen to Vera.
Oh my God! Now she's gonna want to see the.
He's a big ass bear. Where will we go? Were you gonna hide him?
Oh yes, he's hidden pretty well right now.
On the deck of the ship, or did we put him somewhere else?
So we took. Apparently, Nala took all the stuff out of the chest of holdings and made him a tent, and it fits in very well because.
Inside the chest of holding?
No,
Yeah.
she
How did he
took
get
stuff
in?
out of.
I do think the
that-
DM needs to jump in here. So what happened was a smattering of the leftover sort of boards and things like that were like left to be able to kind of like board up sort of area. There was a small hut that was made on the deck of the ship near Ogre's tree. That has like that has a like it's kind of like a square sort of like it is only about the size of Kobamu.
Right, it's
It's
still
kind of like
a
Ogre's
big
Eeyore hut.
tent on the deck
right.
of the
Yes,
ship.
yes. Yep.
Ogre has her Eeyore hut by the tree as well, so there's that. It's right next to it.
So it kind of.
No, I'm not saying it's not like it's a ship. There's only so much of it, and it's a person on the deck.
Thank you for
So,
explaining that,
we're gonna find
Ulysses. All right. They're in the navigation. Yeah. No, we got a giant pink tree on the ship. I mean, it kind of goes along.
Sure,
It's a really good tree.
All right.
I love that tree.
Ogre's a little
To
biased.
answer your original question, the DM will also say a resounding no. Not at all. Very little information was given to Vera. Well, very little. I will clarify this. Very little information was received by Vera. Some was given. Some was given. Very little received.
Passed out at least once. All right.
No. So, we're all heading to navigation. We're gonna figure out this one thing. Riara's good. He's just taking a nap.
Yeah. He needs some time to process, I think.
Okay, I'll let him be. All right, we'll
and-
just leave him.
Do we have a are you just talking about the galley? Or are we just going to Do we have a navigations room?
Yeah, it's Nav's room. Kalinor's.
Nav's room.
Yeah, it's the Nav room.
Nav room.
It's the Nav room.
Kalinor's
Yeah.
room. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I guess we're all going to Kalinor's room.
Yeah. All right.
Only she could speak right now.
Probably the unseen servants have brought in the world toast by now.
Yeah. They bring. Roll something here. Okay, cool. They bring in the toast, and plates and silver and all that stuff. We'll say there's like, milk, because why not? That is like all placed pretty much like along the floor because the entire
Table's
top
taken.
area is taken up by either a passed out gnome, or a smattering of maps and surveys and charts and things like that.
Okay. As soon
Great,
as I
a
come in.
congregation.
Oh, what
She's
the
not
fuck
still dead, right?
happened here?
She fainted.
Okay.
From what?
Car showed some very cool things.
Like, she thought I was being evasive, so I just showed her how I use my magic, and she didn't take well to it.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's,
All right.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying
So
to be evasive. I was just trying to be polite.
You're
who's
very
gonna take one
polite.
for the team? Because waking her up, she's probably gonna stab first and ask later.
Well,
No, you should let her sleep.
man.
I'm just gonna move her off the top of the thing.
She's on the table.
I'm picking her up. I'll move her to the bed. I'm like, there's a bed behind us. I sleep
a
in
bed,
this
yeah.
room.
Yep.
Hey, Lenore,
Okay.
is this what you wanted for this room? You want this to be the navigation room where people go to make plans?
Yeah, I thought you would have wanted to
chart a
sleep.
course. There's a big old meat,
Yeah, I thought you would have wanted to sleep in the weapons room.
armory.
Yeah.
Carvis left me a note saying I'm not allowed to sleep in the weapons room.
Oh,
Yeah.
And I feel like he'd find out.
he would.
Yeah.
Well, you can always take a
All
sword
of you would
and
be
put it in
snitches.
your bed.
I already sleep with my shield a little bit, and it's a lot going on there.
What
There's
if
a
you hide
pause.
weapons
There's
in
a-
here?
There is a pause within the whole group for a second as Kaelinor admits that to the group.
It's like, well,
Yeah,
You
there's a
have
lot
to
to
be-
unpack there. Yeah, we'll
No,
I
Nora
don't know.
gets it.
I
Walker
thought you
sleeps with her
trusted
dad.
them.
of course I trust them. Why wouldn't I trust them? I'm
Oh.
just saying for the safety of everyone. It's easy to, because imagine, like, you don't want
Ah.
to be messing around putting on your gear if we're being attacked in the middle of the night. Just grab it and go.
Why don't you just lay it next to the bed or hang it on the wall and then you just pick it right off?
And waste an extra 2 seconds. Is that amateur hour? That's no.
Okay.
I'm just
Anyways, Kar, Nala, we're Sea Elf Villages, and then Yoon, here's the atlas. Which place should we go to since apparently the gear screwed up that plan?
Fun little thing, just full ADHD moment that I had learned recently. To put on a shield is 10 minutes. So technically,
How is
Kaelinor
that
is right
10 minutes?
in the idea of it's
gonna be
you
armor.
look at-
Armor.
time.
10 minutes.
Shield, I think it's
Shield?
straight armor.
Yeah, or it's at least a minute. Like
Yeah.
it's not an action.
Correct.
It takes a amount of time.
Doffing
Armor, I
That's a lot of
guess.
straps.
Armor is 10 minutes, and doffing
Right,
it
armor,
for
but
one
like a
day is
shield?
2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
shields are
armor,
just like
armor is 10 minutes.
bam.
We went through the same thing with my paladin in my game.
Yeah, I mean, I always knew armor was like that because it's kind of like that's the whole point of like if you sleep in your armor, you have to roll for exhaustion. I think that's even built into it, or at least there is an exhaustion roll for sleeping in your armor. So the point
Yeah.
is you can't sleep in your armor, and
We
then
had
what time in the morning to get it on.
We had a whole thing in my game where I, as a professional DM, was telling the DM who just does this once a week for free, was like, no, I don't think that's a rule. And he's like, yeah, no, it is. And I looked it up and he was like, yep, it's absolutely a rule. If you're playing rules as written. Now, I will tell you, in my game, there's no way. It takes an action to put it on. That's crazy.
If you're talking about, yeah,
because it also depends on what type of shield it is and that sort of stuff. So
for
I
a
like to
shield,
find
it makes no
any
sense.
close
For
to
armor, it makes total sense. Like, yeah, it takes time to put on armor. Like plate armor.
It depends on what the shield is. Like if it's like a buckler, then you just pick it up. right? So, but if it's something where you're actually having to like strap it in for you, the idea.
Yeah,
that being a
I
minute
guess
isn't-
there is,
so-
but not 10 minutes. I mean, like, still, even
Yeah.
strapping it in is like.
I'm
I can
with
see.
you.
It's like
Heather
tying your
has a
shoes.
barrel cover essentially for a shield, and she just picks it
Yeah.
up and go.
So
I'm with you. The raw part of that I do not agree with.
I think it's probably because it changes your AC, like, by 2. So it's kind of like,
Right.
a big.
Yep. But
So,
whatever. Anyways, so
Let's see
so unconscious gnome on the table.
No, she's on the bed now.
On the bed.
Unconscious gnome on the bed. Thank you.
Yep. Ask Kar and Nala to look up sea elf villages, and you to look up our next location we're heading to, since the gear screwed up the first one.
You got it. Cool.
Like, I don't know if he screwed it up, but okay.
Very quietly to Nala as he just said asking. I'm like, I wasn't really asking. He forgot the word please, but he is the captain. Just started-
Yeah, you hear Nala just kind of like mumbling the word. It's fine. She's also been actively trying to ignore everyone in this room as she's working to do what Zed has been asking of her. So let's do this. I guess because, saying it in the right way, it'll say that she's been spending her time doing this. Oh, her investigation is not that much higher than yours, Car. So we'll say, Car, roll me investigation check with advantage, and then just add +1.
Okay, we'll do.
She does not have expertise in anything.
Well,
21.
We're only level 7.
21. Beautiful. With a 21, looking through, and we'll say, like, Car, you were actively helping out, like, trying to, like, just
definitely.
like, handing books, things like that, just kind of
And
going
trying to learn from her too, like, because I'm the navigator.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
You
Yeah.
are
So
the
I'll say with a 21. Yeah. With a 21, you get a pretty good handle on being able to work through and find out where these types of things are. The trouble is, and this is something we kind of just discussed before Evan joined us, is that these are maps based on locations, and this would include like villages and cities, which would be what sea elves would live in. But you need something to be more based on the idea of understanding the population of people. So after a solid, I'd say an hour,
Okay.
nothing.
Is there any with the 21 and with Zed there
Mhm.
and asking him questions? Can we determine, because like I don't know what maps this look like. Is there any kind of topography, undersea topography? Can we say like what kinds of areas might sea elves live based on what I see here? So at least if there's nothing we find, can we be like, but these are probable locations where we might find something?
Who did Edwin show the map of his village to?
Me.
So the only thing you have, Zed, is like being able to kind of like chart and like looking around, like kind of like following your finger. The only thing you have is that one village, which is about, I'd say about half a day southeast.
I don't want to ruin the map that we're working from, but can we mark that on a different temporary map, like create another like a copy, maybe this evening, so that like I can say that is where I see Elven Village is in the water.
Cool, you got it. Yeah, like adding that. Well, I will say, like, if you guys trust Edwin enough, I would say adding that to your current map does make sense.
I don't, which is why I'm putting it there.
Makes sense. I like it.
If I don't know him, Kay. But
Nice.
when he was nice, I like him, but I don't trust him for that. Like, I don't know if he told Zed the truth. I don't know if Zed translated correctly. Once we find out it's really there, we'll add it to a map.
Beautiful. Carr fully takes out Scotch tape, pulls another piece of paper off, and tapes a little spot over it, just marks the dot there. Question mark? Sea Elf Village? Beautiful. I love it. But yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah, go for it.
I have no idea how maps work. do maps show current, like the currents in the ocean, or just a
Yeah.
map of like?
Yeah, absolutely. A lot. I mean,
this is gonna be a
the
wild
atlas
question.
definitely would.
Yeah.
Wild question.
Unless
Could
they change
Ogre
a lot.
look at the currents and see where like fish and food would swim, where a village may want to be near to where food would be,
I like this
depending
question.
on a current?
I like this. I like this question. I will remind you, a 21 is pretty high. So I will say, like, there's a good chance that this is information that might be pretty well hidden from anyone who is not a sea elf. Now, that being said, I like I like that concept. The trouble is that we're facing ocean currents, which just means it's basically in a big, you're in a big chasm of open pockets of water. So if it was zoomed in a little bit more of like a space between two islands or that sort of thing, that might be an idea of where that would be. But there's also just as likely a chance that there's a Sahuagin nest or Exitzichitl nest or like a bunch of like very dangerous.
A lot of shush.
Yes, a lot of shush. Yes.
Yeah.
Exitzichitl was the final question on my professional DM exam. Exitzichitl.
Yeah, it's a lot of gill speak
A
going
lot of
on
gill
there.
speak. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got this one place. I'm guessing we can't check that out right now because we're on. But all right. Yoon, where was the place we were going?
You have to ask Kobama. Kobama is we're trying to drop him off. So I know all I know is that it's south of what most of the Loa, would refer to kind of as Faran proper. So below Ganbold, you have a lot of wilderness, and there's a general. People don't go down there a whole lot. I'm sure there might be a few villages or settlements, and I may have heard of some people down there, but
Are we talking like small fishing villages?
possibly it's a large area below Ganbold. There's basically a whole other island down there. It's a big place, but there's only so many Loa, and we found that generally that's about as far as as we've expanded so far. The jungle is hard to go into. Anybody who's tried to sort of the sort of burn and chop or whatever, that hasn't been successful. So
All right. So, real question is, do we want to land at a port or do we want to land in a rural area for to drop off Kobamu?
well, it's a big ship.
Do we want to hike
and
or do we want to
it's-
port it?
Tough. I mean, how you can say hike. I mean, unless Kobama's going to fit on one of the little on the boats
Little
that we
dinghies?
have. Well, yeah, I mean, those are boats. This is a ship. That's and we need to dock, and we also might need to dock just to take on supplies or to get information.
Well, I meant just to drop Kobamu off, and I don't see any of us stopping him once we get there from
Well,
getting off the ship.
Depends where he wants to go. I think the
'cause
closest
if we-
port to where he wants to go is the Ganbold port, which is actually
That's
there's-
the dangerous city.
Is that
Yeah.
the one where we can't say we know you?
I mean, you're gonna have trouble with that wherever you go, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. I've been to Ganbold a few times.
Is that
The-
where our gear friend is stationed at?
No, he's in Casil. Or as
Casil.
far as he told you, he's in Casil, which is the far side of the other side of the island.
Okay.
That's the main. Casil is the main port. It's where Not all of the goods come through, but a lot, and the Castiel family is probably the most well-off family of the island.
So
The Gondol family is maybe the opposite, and they don't even really have a port proper. They have a sort of it's the actual city Gonbold is not on the coastline. It's on the coastline of the inner island that goes to Chikan. So there is a sort of smaller, lesser known, it's a smuggler's port basically, and then it's a gambler's city. And
okay.
so yeah, it's very difficult to navigate if you haven't been there before. It's nothing but twists and turns and just buildings packed on buildings, and there's not a lot of planning that was done by the Gonbold family.
Real
yeah.
question is, are we going to Gumbold or are we checking out this sea elf city first?
Well,
Gumbold.
unless it's on the way, I'd
All
say
right, is one for Gumbold?
if there's information that you want, basically any information, you can find it in Gonbold, but only if you can find it. But it's there, so maybe
Two for
we should go
Gonbold?
there. I don't
All
want
right.
to go.
Car, Nala? Gumbold or Seal Village?
Well, I mean, we did promise Kobamu to get him to the island, not the middle of the ocean, right?
Correct.
So we should do that first.
So
All
maybe
right.
you could ask him if he knows anything further about where he might want to go besides just southern Varan, and then maybe we could help him get there.
Okay. And I'll start walking towards the door. I'm like, but do me a favor, and if she wakes up with a dagger or something, just let me know. And I'll go up the stairs to the top where I can find Kobamu.
Kaelinor,
Yo.
roll me a perception check.
Oh, God. Oh, okay. 19.
Cool. Carr made a beautiful insight that made this actually a little bit even easier. As Carr says this as he's walking out of the room, Kaelinor and Zed. I'll say Kaelinor, because Zed, you were in conversation, and Kaelinor, you weren't. Kaelinor, you noticed that about maybe, just for like fairness of like the moment, about 20 seconds before Carr brought it up, you noticed that Vera's eyes kind of went like this. And then closed. Zed, you noticed it as Carr mentioned it.
I don't say anything, but I do try and like. I look at Vera and just kind of that look of a mother giving a child who they know they're not asleep. It's like,
I don't think she notices it at all.
no.
Yeah, I wait till I finish the conversation, and then I'm gonna walk over near Vera. I'll be like, so, I guess that we don't need anybody else's vote because I guess we're all just gonna go to Gumbold. And right as I say that, I slam my fist down on the bed.
Zed,
Okay.
let her sleep.
What's your AC right now?
Mine?
I'm gonna get stabbed.
I
15.
let this happen.
15. Yeah, absolutely. So she fully like jumps up with an extreme dexterous quickness, jumps up, grabs I would say probably like the compass like sort of thing to like kind of like map your way, and just goes and like slams it right into your shoulder.
Well,
She has a thing for this somewhere. I can't remember what it is, but so we're just gonna roll. You take 8 points of piercing damage. Oof. As she kind of like backs up. Shit.
Damn it, Vera!
He's
Like I
scared.
said,
Sorry. Okay.
like
sorry.
Pulls
it
okay, accidents happen.
Yeah, perfect
Okay,
opportunity to talk
Got
to. Yeah, proportional.
I guess better me than anybody to wake her up. Like I said, you wake her up, you get stabbed. Vera,
Well, there's a way to wake someone up, idiot.
Yeah, well, you can stop eavesdropping like an idiot and not get caught.
I was passed
There-
out because you're.
Really? So
Where'd it go?
your crappy one eye open bullshit was you passed out?
I don't know what you're talking about. You're probably saying things because you're.
Ogre's
stupid.
just gonna cough and go, asshole!
Yeah, thank you, Ogre. Asshole.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of how you stabbed me in the shoulder, I need to talk to you about something in private.
How is that,
And you-
speaking of stabbing you in the shoulder, how does those two things
Oh,
connect?
because you owe me that for stabbing me in the shoulder,
That still doesn't connect with speaking of.
and you expect me to make sense?
Good point.
Makes
Could be
sense.
All right.
The rest of you guys are like,
Is this conversation happening in my room?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I guess.
No, taking
yeah,
it to my room.
Fabulous. Vera,
I'm not going to be alone with him.
Yeah.
Okay.
You go wherever you want. Did we get you a room yet? I think we
Thank
have
you.
some. We
No.
have like
We
a
have
spare
some.
room.
And I don't think we've been introduced. Have I stabbed you? I didn't. right?
No, but I think I did kill you. So just
okay.
to
Okay.
start on even flooring. Yeah. That
Well-
bowl you slipped on, that was me.
You were a bowl?
No, you hit your head pretty hard, so I wouldn't worry about it. We're all getting to know each other, and I am gonna go and maybe get what do we even? I don't even know this whole ship yet. I guess above board, what do we have? Do we have like a little kind of a general guest areas where it's like a bunch of cots, or is it the kind of like or do we have actually a spare room?
There is. There are 2 spare rooms in the and the floor of the cargo hold, but it is not.
Okay.
They are rooms. They're not.
Okay.
We have an ensuite.
In all
Right.
suite. Great.
Guess third deck.
Actually, if this fine, handsome Loa
Thank you.
could just show me there, and Zed, you can. I mean, you can talk to me there with what's your name?
Yoon.
With you. I trust
You,
you.
Yoon, not
That's
you.
what I said.
Yoon,
Shut
with
the
an
fuck.
N.
I'm trying to talk. Can you just shut up?
Oh my god.
Yoon or Kaelinor, I trust them, or Ogra, or
Oh, you're already trusting them.
yeah, I trust anyone other than you, crazy, because you're. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't.
if you want
fully
to talk
trust
to me,
them.
I'll be in there
I'm very
with
trustworthy.
one of
Thanks,
them
Zed.
present. Yoon, please lead the way.
Yeah,
you
Yoon,
lit-
show them where it is.
Aye, Captain.
You see a full, like the biggest fucking eye roll from Vera at that.
Ulysses,
way?
will you grab the whatever we need for a guest? I suppose some bedding if it's down there, or maybe some fruit.
sheets.
I don't know what we do.
Yeah.
You see Vera just kind of like
Towels.
look around and go, oh, the Aarakocra.
No, that's that's
no.
Car. Ulysses is the sort of
It's an unseen
the spirit
servant
of the
that
ship.
Am I talking to you?
Hey, Zed, why don't you sit down? And I'm gonna lay on hands him for 8 hit points. Just be like, why don't you just sit here? Let me just look at that shoulder real quick. We'll just.
you know-
Hey, can you lift your arm real quick? No, just Zed, lift your arm.
Oh,
Full
my
distraction.
God.
I think Kaelinor like does the thing of like, okay, lay back, and like just fully like kind of like pushes Zed like back down.
Suplex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Is this hurt? Like. Just,
Does it
like,
hurt? Can you
try
feel
to-
this? What do you?
Yeah. How about I stab you and poke your finger in it and be like, "Does this hurt?"
You wanna try?
Yeah.
Don't kill each other now.
I don't know. You had a little gnome over there stab you in the foot.
And she's
All
great.
right. Ulysses, what were you saying?
Just you. Ulysses is sort of. Don't worry about it. Just a helper, and well, more than that, he's just. Anyway, we're gonna go. You two,
Right.
please don't kill each other. stabbing. It's fine, just as long as you're not dead. Ogre, come or don't come. It's
You
up
see-
to you.
You see Vera at that, like, hears that and is like just kind of passing the doorway and stops and looks at the doorway and looks at Kaelinor and Zed again. And you see just kind of like, got it. And just walks and follows you with that information.
Yeah.
That's good. I like that a lot.
Oh my god.
Ogre
I
doesn't
thought we were
like
gonna
this
have a
time. He's
great
going back to
crew.
our tree.
Cool. Oh, we're going back to your tree. You notice that there is a, I mean, it's up to you. There is a big ugly hutch, or there's a big beautiful hutch. It's your perspective. That is very close in proximity to your tent.
Mm-hmm. It looks just like a goblin hut. She's pretty, like, that's where he wants to live.
Cool. You got it. I think actually at this point, cool.
I'll probably walk over there with Carr, like, catch up with him.
Okay, you got it. Cool. As you both are walking to the hut, towards the hut, you hear this, and you actually feel the deck shake a little bit.
As we approach, I'm like, Kobamu, hi. Can we come over?
Board.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe talking will do, but if not, I have an idea.
And so I stick my head around like,
Or I can come back later.
Yeah, like you see, like just say like through the slit there. He said board broken, and you see him doing above board what Kaelinor saw him doing, which was kind of like marking this large circle into the wood, and it not like healing up after his mark, and he's probably been doing this for hours.
Oh, I see. What are you trying to do?
And draw.
Oh, Ogre's got paint supplies in her cabin. She can bring them for you.
More. No, did Kobamu draw.
You want to dig into the wood?
Roll me an insight check.
I take my claw, one of my feet claws, and like I point with my hand claw, and just like
that.
As
you do that, you see it like immediately heal
I
up
know.
under you. Yeah.
I know.
So yeah, you see. Look.
Yeah, the ship takes care of itself. It doesn't. It wants to be whole. It wants to be complete.
Kobamu don't like that.
No, it's unusual. It's hard to get used to. I have a thought. Maybe I don't know. Hold on, Ulysses, are you around?
I know he's being like pulled in multiple ways, but who knows?
Poor Ulysses.
Yes. Did you?
I have a question about
something?
the ship that you might have an answer to.
I am learning very quickly. Yes. What is it?
Could we ask the ship maybe to like not heal itself right here? We're trying to carve something in the wood, and it heals itself very quickly. Can we ask it not to do that for a little while?
I can. Well, anything is worth a shot, but I will say that it does seem like this ship, albeit incredibly powerful in its magical capabilities, its level of understanding is probably set up to being definitive on its tasks. For instance, the wood being known to be settled into a certain shape and should not.
Of course. I figured as much, but I thought I'd give it a try. Thank you.
You're welcome. Was there something that I could help with? And just grabbing like a.
That's all. If the ship is gonna be the ship, then thank you.
Ogre, what did you get an insight?
Oh, I did not even hear you say roll an insight.
Gimme.
Well, not too bad. That's gonna be a 13.
Okay. A general sort of face for Kobamu is frustrated. Either frustrated ignorance or frustrated confusion. When you said painting, it was frustrated confusion. He didn't seem to know what you were talking about.
Okay, well, Kara's having this conversation. Ogre goes into her little hut and she brings out paper and all this, and paint supplies, and she's like, "Here."
Cool. Ogre, give me a performance check.
Even the things Ogre's not good at. A 10?
Okay. As you are showing, like, what do you do? Tell me what you do.
Ogre's getting like she's drawing all of us. Like there's Kaelinor, and now we got to put Vera in it because she's on the ship, and they're just little happy stick figures on a boat. Oh, and we got to add you now, and she's just gonna paint Kobamu on the ship.
I'll say as you start to add Kobamu, because Kobamu has this very like rotund sort of like space going from his head down to his shoulders. You see, like you start to make like a half circle, and he kind of like he grabs your hand. I think let's go.
Please don't break Ogre's arm again.
Finish.
Oh, here. And hands him a brush and a paper.
You see him kind of grab. So you rolled a 10. Ogre, how do you hold a paintbrush? Okay, cool. He's holding it like this. Just a straight. I don't have anything to.
He a bear.
Yep, he a bear. He's holding this like a weapon. And you see him like dip some of the paint and then just push as hard as possible into
No, gently. And just like, she tried to like, very gently, touches his paw and just like...
Cool.
Like trying to guide him to do it gently.
I will say because you are touching him and it is a risk, I will let you roll again. If you roll below a 10, it would be bad.
Yeah.
But you want above it.
Yeah.
You better use that inspiration.
Nat 20, thank God.
Nice.
I love that. With a nat 20 car, you notice that as Ogre's doing this, and Ogre like is like, so like, you know, I mean, Kobamu grabbed Ogre's hand. There's a moment of like, you know, like the feather's just gonna like kind of come up a little bit as you're like danger. And now you see Ogre like pushing past that and like touching his hand and trying to like teach him how to be able to paint through it. And you see a moment of a glimpse of like realization, understanding, and you get a moment of like maybe they're okay.
Cool.
So
I let that scene continue for a bit.
yeah. So I think actually, if you don't mind, I'll say like as you kind of like sit there watching the scene. That's where we see this moment, kind of like just moving from between Ogre and Kobamu. Ogre teaching Kobamu how to paint, and then Kar just kind of like sitting and watching and like becoming more and more calm as Nala kind of comes over to your shoulder to kind of see what was going on. But with that, we will take our 10-minute break. We'll see you guys in 10. we'll actually finish out this scene with Car. Car. So after watching this for a while, I say like there's a point where Nala kind of like kind of instinctively kind of like peers in, like given that sort of sense of like, is everything okay, and like very kind of in an on edge way because it's Kobamu. So Car, do you? You're muted right now.
What you said? Car, do you? I was waiting for you to
So
finish.
like Car, let's say so like Car, do you like calm her down or like kind of like put like a hand on her shoulder, like wait, it's okay, like that sort of
Well, if she's leaning in, I'll like put one of my hands over her, kind of just pat her like it's fine.
Okay. So yeah, so this goes on for about 10 minutes. I'll say Car, no, actually there's no reason. You guys are paying attention to this. You notice that Ogre, what describe the paint for me. Describe the color of the paint.
I think she probably went with a simple, like, nice blue color.
Okay.
Because we're on the
Like
ocean.
Like a deep blue?
No, because that's like Merlin look. More like sky blue.
Interesting. Cool. I love that. As you see him paint over the space that he has been scarring into the ship for assumedly hours, the paint stays because there's no reason for the wood to try to heal itself from it. You see Kobamu paint a surprisingly, with your help, a surprisingly near perfect circle. And you see his eyes seem to glow brighter in recognition of this working, and I would say you even see like a hint of like a little bit of like you see his teeth a little bit more, that as you hope it's a smile, as you see him kind of finish that out and then start to paint something else inside the circle, which is new, as you've seen him only just carving circles. Car, do you let this continue before you talk?
I certainly do. I'm going to let him do his exploration. I'm also studying what he's doing because Carr believes in a few things and he wants to see what it looks like.
Cool. As Kobamu does this, you see his breathing goes slower, more relaxed than you've ever seen it. He has this sort of like what I imagine to be this kind of like gorilla-esque sort of style of breathing, where everything is just on edge, like ready to pounce at any point. So everything, his whole body kind of moves with the breath. You think he even sleeps that way? Like everything is just full, like quick breaths to be able to kind of come in and be able to kind of use it when needed. At this point, you see him come to a place that you've never seen him before, either of you, and you notice that he starts to paint almost what looks like a diamond at first inside the circle, except that the edges to the left and right are a little more rounded. And then he paints another it's like another diamond facing the other way, but the top and bottom are a little more rounded. Nala has a, well, actually, let's see if I roll on that one. It's not on that one, it's an 11. You hear a gasp from Nala, but I will also allow you to kind of determine before having to ask her. I think for Carr, and only Carr really, I don't think Ogre was a part of this. Carr, give me a history check.
Right.
believe Carter is a part of this.
26.
26.
There's some things Carter's good at.
Yeah, I love it. There was a marking on a piece of paper that Nala had shown you at one point that hinted at I believe had just a singular word that said Astera on it.
Yes. I wrote part of that.
But also related to, possibly related to this Order of the Azure sort of thing. And it looked something like this. And that's what it definitely looks like. Kobamu is starting to paint.
I let him finish it. And I don't want to like draw this out, but when he's done, I say, that is really neat. What is it?
That's strange.
I can't quite see it, but I believe
they're both 11s.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You see him looking up at you, and you see a look on his face that doesn't... It's a very... I'll say give me an insight check, actually.
Right. Not so good at this one.
Say, Ogre, you can also check out this as well.
Yeah.
And yet it's a dirty 20. So I'll take it.
Ogre got a nat 1.
Nice. Ogre, I think you're looking at this and going like, well, like that's nice. It doesn't look like any of us, but that is nice.
It's more abstract. Ogre goes with. It's more abstract.
Interesting. Okay. Different art form. With a dirty 20, you surmise that if Kobamu knew had the leftover sort of like natural function of crying, you think he would be. Nothing seems to be coming out, but he's looking at you with a face of sadness, loss, and confusion.
Okay.
But he just looks at you. He doesn't say anything to it. And I'll say, anything you say in response.
I just see that and I say, oh, okay, well, I'm sorry if I upset you. I think it's very nice. I just want to know more about it. I have a symbol of our people, but it's not quite the same. I just want to know what it was.
Kobamu done.
Okay. Can I? I'm sorry. Remember Yoon, the red one? He wanted me to ask and speak to you about where exactly you would like to be taken, where you'd like the ship to take you exactly. Can you describe the place, or we want to make sure we take you where you want to go?
Trees.
Oh, there's lots of those, I imagine. Lots of jungle. Do you want to be near a city or away from a city?
Trees or water.
Trees and water.
Other Ursa.
I didn't hear that part, Joe. I'm sorry.
I'd say like it kind of like work. Other Ursa is what he's saying, but it's very Ursa. Like it's very confused and
okay.
Yeah.
Were the trees big trunks? Like what shape were the leaves? If that helps.
Just in case. Both of you guys give me insight checks. I'm gonna say DC 25.
Well, I can't get it, but I'll roll anyway. 12, half of what you need, almost.
I didn't do any better. I got a dirty 10.
Oh. Trees, water, other Ursa.
Okay, we're going to do our best to find some place like that for you, but I've never heard or seen.
Because, Joe, correct me if I'm wrong, but when we talked before, flying over, I'd never seen other Ursa.
Yeah, it would be possible that you haven't seen them though.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll do our best, but I know when I flew over the islands, I haven't seen your people, but I'll tell Yoon, and we'll see what we can do. Trees and water we can find for sure.
Ogre will leave some paper and paint. If you remember anything, you can paint it down. Or if you want to draw more, you can. Do you want any specific colors?
Yes.
Okay.
We're gonna go now, but if you need us, just call out our names, okay? Car,
Ogre's home. Ogre's hut's right over there.
Nala,
No.
Nala,
No.
yeah, and Ogra.
Ogre.
Yeah. Okay. It's nice chatting. Walk away.
Yeah. So, like, you know, he seems odd, like odder than usual. He's calm. He's confused. He's on edge, but not in a way of like something that he's not really like understanding based on the conversation that you're having. It's something that he's confused with,
Right.
internally.
There's some things I would like to do after you're done with Yoon.
Okay. Cool. Beautiful. Yeah, you pull away from that. I think like the last part of that scene is like Nala goes, "You know what that was, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what that was, right? You know what that was." And she's just like following you as you're walking away. Like, wait.
I have an idea.
And I'll just first I'll go to Yoon and tell him what Kobama told me, and then I'll do my thing when you come back to me.
You got it. Cool. Meanwhile, under the ship, as you are bringing Vera to her guest room. We'll say like you guys are kind of like we'll say actually because we got to start in the hallway in this weird elevator thing. Okay, so why aren't you the cap? What are we doing? Why are we standing here?
Oh, it's like here. Let me just hold on, and you know, it's faster.
Okay.
You get used to it.
Oh,
Yes, Bri.
this is cool.
It is cool. The whole ship is very cool. To your question, first of all, I have no captain in spirits. Obviously, that's not that relevant given our situation, but it's you could call it a hunch or a bet. We're involved in some things that higher powers are paying attention to, and I think that Zed is the perfect person to steer our ship and our crew in a direction that nobody else will guess.
That's a good answer in a really crazy way.
It's crazy
We're at the bottom.
situation.
Is this, what do I do?
Yeah, yep. We just
What
hop off. It's
Okay.
yeah. You gotta.
Do I just, if I don't let go, do I get pulled in? Never mind.
Yes.
She's just like, okay, but like you know how. I mean, you really think he's fit to be a captain?
I don't know. Let's whether or not he is from another quote unquote timeline or whatnot. Zed was and is a friend, and he has at the most unexpected times became I think maybe it was something you could see that the person he would have been or will become, but he's reliable in the way of knowing that a die will always give you a random number and not just roll 6 over and over and over again. And he's earnest. Never felt like he was trying to be what he is. Like he's not trying to put on airs about. He's just, his brain works differently than other people, and largely this ship, runs itself. It gets us to where we want to go. There's not a whole lot of captaining to be done. And on any ship, the quartermaster is always there to be a bridge between the captain and the rest of the crew. And that is one of my positions. We don't have a lot of people, so we have to fill multiple positions. But quartermaster is one of mine. If you need any things.
Okay. I guess if this was a different a different Zed from a different timeline, I guess it makes sense that you give him a chance. What happened to the previous one?
He did something that was very much himself, and he sought out the thing that sunk your ship. That we were in a tower, and we were in a place of kind of old power, and there was a mirror of water, and we all felt that it was not a good mirror, and we had been kind of avoiding the mirror. And then as we left, he walked toward it and he touched it, and her hand reached out and grabbed him, and that was it. There wasn't a moment to react, to change his fate, and he was gone. So that's if you ask every person on the ship, they'll give you the same story, and it's probably pretty odd for all of us to be just making up the same story about him. But that's what happened to our Zed.
Did you see him go?
Yes. Yeah. I was probably... Me and Biaris were probably closest to him as he was grabbed. Ogre tried to run in, but she only would have been pulled in as well.
Well, you see there's that moment of softness that she kind of throws away. And, well, I mean, Do you think that this Zed would have made a different choice in that regard? That's why you decided to make this one captain?
I think that I could not for the life of me predict what this Zed would do, and that is the point. Same with the previous Zed. They're their own people, but they have that in common.
But the previous Zed made a choice that ultimately led to his death.
It happens to people every day. Doesn't mean people shouldn't trust, be given a chance, or
Sounds like
make
you haven't met enough
wild choices.
Sounds like you haven't met enough people. In my humble opinion. Okay, where is this a brig? Where are you bring? And
Well,
as
it's
she's-
the
yeah. As you're looking around, you see there's because I don't think anybody's been all the way down to the cargo hold yet. There are multiple sort of like areas of like crates that are here that you start to notice that as you get nearer to the back, they get bigger and bigger. That to the back end of the ship, there are two that are about the same size, but the size that they are about 20 by 20 feet. And there's a little bit of a weird sort of like funny like tongue-in-cheek sort of thing that the boards themselves are the same like width that they would be if they were smaller. If you, you know what I mean? Like it's not like more wood was, but it was just wider wood. It heavily reminds you of magic. Like that's that sort of like weird sort of stretched out sort of thing. So you do not see like rooms here, but there's something that tells you to kind of go back to where those two large crates are.
Yeah, it's I guess it's around here. And yeah, I mean, I'll check out other like doors on them, or
Give me an investigation check.
okay.
I love this idea. There are some things on the ship that Carvis forgot to tell you guys about, like everything about.
That's a 19.
Okay, cool. 19. Cool. You see, you don't see, well, yeah. Investigation, you do not see any doors at all from this, but you feel pretty certain that there is a doorway here. So how would you inspect? Would you like run your hand along, or visually cannot see any like even like slip between like woods or anything like that?
I think it's more of a knocking. Yeah, I think he's kind of going through and just like knocking on individual areas, trying to see, if anything happens, or if it's hollow at all.
Beautiful. Yeah. As you do so, as you like get closer to this area in the middle where it should be deeper and more hollow, it actually gets brighter. As you hit one point, and you actually like you feel and hear it as there is a little spot of a hole that is perfectly concealed as a doorway. As you guys go to choose to step in, there is a massive 10-foot actually we'll say like a floor to ceiling window that sees just the ocean underneath, so the underneath of the ocean, and a like large like queen size bed, super big for Vera, and a dresser and a like vanity, very like simple, but it's very cozy.
Wow. I mean, here we are. It's been like 3 days, maybe a couple days. We haven't been on the ship long, and Carvis, the shipwright, the genius behind the ship, he was tired. He didn't get to tell us every bit of it. I think you can imagine what this area might be used for, given its hidden nature, but we don't have anything to bring in like that right now.
You see, as you're talking, she is walking up towards the window and seems to be listening, but is also like just staring.
Yeah, that's Can you see out? It's, all right. What for now? You don't have that same thing that Zed did, where like you're not supposed to look at the ocean, or kind of. I mean, I guess you were on a ship, but not. You don't feel her, do you?
She turns back, looks at you, shakes her head. This is very nice. Thank you, and everyone would. I'm sure anyone would love to have this. Is there any way to? Is there any way
We're
to
gonna
close
cover this up. We could like put a sheet on it or something like that if it's bothersome.
Yeah.
We could check the other one. I don't know if I honestly haven't seen that one, so it's to yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's.
Okay, let's check the other one. Let's check the one. Yeah, because
the other one you see, it's okay. It's bigger. Like it's actually like it's not only is it floor to ceiling, but it's the entire wall. Okay.
Well, this is worse.
You both back out.
Is it the sea itself? That's kind of the issue. Is it?
When I spent most of the terror I saw was underwater. So.
All right. Well, then we'll switch. I have a room up. I love this. The view under the water is fascinating. I could probably stare at it for hours. So, I'll grab a few things from my room and it's for now. When we get to shore, we can figure something else out.
You guys are too sweet. She goes, no, it's fine. I can just grab a sheet, and I like knowing that it's covered is enough. That's totally fine. You don't have to, yeah. And I can get up there. Do you have like a quarterstaff or something that I can? Balance on.
I mean, we could move the bed, I suppose.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Yeah. Okay.
And we'll say that there's a little bit of a process here of you, just like you and Vera working together, and you. I say you give me an insight check. I'm gonna give you an advantage on this.
All right. $17.
With a 17, you see something very familiar in Vera. And the idea of someone who has been trying to run away from something that's a part of them. And I think, if I may, I think for Yoon, the idea of being able to make even a little bit of a hint of easing that distancing, that feeling makes you feel good.
Sorry, I'm probably overstaying my welcome. I was off in my own world. The galleys up on the second deck. There are so many. There's a lot of strange things on the ship. They shouldn't be dangerous. There is a fire elemental, and there's other things. I wouldn't worry about it. But if you want to get them to eat, you can eat at the galley anytime. And I suppose. You know what? I'm not going to tell Zed about this place. I'll tell him I
Just as you hear that, you're probably here. Kaelinor, are you sure you fixed my shoulder? Bam! It's the bottom.
It's a couple floors up.
He
but
is
yeah.
loud.
Yeah, I like it.
God.
All right, so I'm gonna leave you be. If you need anything, I know it's so weird, but you could call out for Ulysses. He's basically just he's a spirit of the ship. He'll help you out. He wants to help. He loves to help. And otherwise, we'll see you around. I'm sure you need your space.
Okay. What's an elemental?
An elemental. A fire elemental. Like basically the essence of the concept of fire from. His name is and he just screams. But he is, as I've been told, perfectly happy here. So,
Yoon, this is by far the strangest ship I've ever been on.
yes, it might be the strangest ship that anyone's ever been on. Good day. Oh, step back.
All right. Yoon?
Yeah.
Kind of pushes past the door. Thank you.
Sure thing.
Pulls it shut. Meanwhile, Zed, Kaelinor, screams.
Screams. Dying. Killing him now.
God damn it, Kaelinor. Are you sure you know what you're doing?
Yeah, just relax.
I think you made the hole bigger.
No, I mean, I can if you want, but I won't. And I think Kaelinor goes over and there is a little waft of seawater as she lays on hands him for 8 points. But, like, it isn't done in her usual style. It's very much more, like, twist his arm a little bit, like Chinese bird energy, because she wants it to hurt a little bit.
I like it. Cool. Yeah, that stinging from that salt water kind of goes right underneath your skin, Zed, and you actually do feel that sting a little bit.
God
Good
damn it, Kaelinor.
I think the word you're looking for is you're welcome.
Yeah, thanks. I need to go find Vera because Ogra
Do you?
told me I had to be not an asshole.
Well, better coming from Ogre than me. Just
Well, yeah, because when she
Nice.
heals, she doesn't hurt.
yeah, she's nice like that. Ogre's great, but
I guess now I got another scar to add to the collection.
what scar? It's tiny. You can't even. Oh, it'll heal. Put a little salt water on it. It's fine. A little cream. You're fine.
Yeah, sea elf saltwater.
It was
Yeah.
funny. It was.
Yeah, it's like
Thank
me cutting you and then be like, just put a little air on it. It's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's how. Yeah, you. Hey, and pulls out like, do you not see the scrapes and bruises? Like, I mean, practically there's none, but little dirt. Actually, Mom
okay.
never liked it when I did the dirt, but works like a charm. Just be gentle with Vera. It's a lot.
Yeah,
You know,
no,
like- Mhm.
I got stabbed by her and you're telling me to be gentle.
Hey, you.
You
are
got stabbed by her and you're telling me to be gentle.
Hey, I've been stabbed by a lot of things lately. I can't choose to be picky about that.
I don't want to hear about that.
Just you weren't super receptive to Ogra's pamphlet and, being dragged to this timeline. They're just got a bunch of information sprung on her. Just
Yeah, who
treat her
better
with
than
some-
the person that dealt with that too?
just don't be a dick.
Hmm.
Or try to be less of one.
Whatever. Give me your plate. I'll just throw it in the galley on the way.
We have unseen servants for that, but if you really want to,
Yeah, they're unseen servants, not slaves. I'm gonna make it a little
They're
easy
not,
for them.
they're not. They do that. Oh, well, okay. Well, then what's the point of having? It's fine. I'm not getting into that. It's fine.
They're
Just-
help. They have, even though they're not alive, they still have feelings, or they could grow one. Look at Ulysses.
I'm pretty sure Ulysses went through a whole ordeal about helping, and so I just think maybe
Yeah.
to let them
Well,
do what they want to do.
Think
That'd
of the
easy.
crazy shit we've been through. What's the odds of one of them turning into a Ulysses?
Exactly, and we just
Yeah.
let them do that.
Yeah,
But
you
please
told me to
don't.
be less of a dick. I'm practicing.
Congratulations, and I hand my plate over to Zed. Just don't. You're not actually gonna throw it though. You're gonna.
No. I'm
Okay.
just gonna put it in the counter next to the door.
That's a bit okay.
Yeah. Also, if we ever meet Marcus, I'll let you decide if we kill him or not.
Oh, yeah. That's I have many feelings about that still, and
Yeah.
I don't.
Mm.
I'm gonna process that.
Yep, 70% kill.
Momentarily. No, Wolf,
Yep, that's why it's up to you. I give that present to you.
Thanks, Zed. That's exactly what I wanted.
Being less of a dick, giving out presents.
I think Kaylin was just 1,000-yard stare of just.
Mm-hmm.
Do you? Actually, no. I don't want that gear. Do I want that?
Hmm.
Do we? Where is that gear?
It's in the case of holdings, right? The where we have all the extra stuff.
Creative holding.
Creative holding. Oh, speaking of that, you might want to check it because of Riaris's thing recording every hour. So it might have something on it.
Yeah, I'll go. Actually, while you go speak to Vera, I'm gonna go find that. Good idea, Zed. Great.
All right. Yeah. Try to be less of a dick and yeah.
Okay. Well, this was lovely. I'm going now, and I leave my room. Like, wait a minute. That's my. Okay. Yes.
Car, was there a specific place you would want to go?
Had to find the unmute button. I was just planning on going up to my roost.
Going up to the roost?
Yeah, so that way if someone needed me, they knew where to find me.
Okay, cool.
And it's not like that because that sucks.
I do think Nala will be pretty excited about this information, so there's a possibility you guys might split off. But there's a level of like NPC thing that I don't want to overstep there on that. So.
Well, I mean, as we're walking away, I'm going to tell her what I want to do.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to keep a secret from her. I'm like, so when I first saw what I was doing, I thought it might be related to our tribal symbol because she knows our tribal symbol. And then I realized that I was making far too big of a leap. I mean, yeah, there's a center and there's 4 parts, but it's not the same. And then I thought, well, wait a minute. There might be people who do know what that is because he got it from somewhere.
Right.
So his ancestors, who I can talk to.
Yeah.
So I'm going to see if I can find one.
Okay. All right. Right now? That might not be good. Maybe not right now.
No, not
Unless you
right
wanted to
now.
right now, it'd be fine.
I want to, but I do want to do it. I'm thinking I'm usually better at it night. which I know Joe is just car talking. It's nothing roll wise.
But I also want to tell them what I'm doing in case something goes wrong. So I want the Wreckless to know I'm not trying to make a secret.
Yeah. Okay.
So
All right. I mean, it's yeah. I guess. I mean, it is evening, but it's pretty late. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I could sleep on this information.
well, I mean, you won't have to sleep. As soon as I tell everybody else, I'll try it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That's fine. Let's just do that. You want to do? I mean, if that's what you want to do. If that is what you want to do.
I give her a big hug with my arms and my wings, and I'm like,
I think it might be what we want to do.
and so I will go and walk around, try to gather, just not gather as much as find people.
Okay. Do you explain to Nala that's what you're trying to do?
Yes.
Just takes off as quick as possible. I think in this moment of Zed and Kaelinor, Zed is just about to kind of like leave the door. Zed, there is a cartoonish sort of spin that you do as Nala comes flying in, enters the room. All the papers kind of like move up a little bit and this kind of like roll back down. Okay, yeah, important meeting up deck, up at the top of the deck.
We have tuning forks, but thank you.
Yeah, right now though. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, great. Okay,
Oh,
fuck.
come on.
Hop to it. Where's you? Never mind, I'll find him.
Just
Tuning forks. Tuning forks. You.
Uh,
No response. Great.
God
Yep.
damn it. Does nobody understand private conversation?
You were on the like escalator sort of thing, and all of a sudden just, hey,
Hi. Yeah.
we need to go up. We need to go all the way up.
I believe that's what we're doing.
Okay, great.
All right. See you up there.
Important meeting. Disappears. Assumes Zed heard that because Zed was just in that same sort of room. Flies through to Riaris, gets to a locked door. I will say, fuck it. Flies off. Gets about 30 feet from Ogre's hut and just kind of like stops. I'm trying not to just full Roadrunner this, but it is very Roadrunnerish. As Nala kind of like stops, she's just very excited, guys, and like has to stop because she's also 20 feet from Kobamu's tent. So she's like, okay, and walks the rest away to Ogre's tent. What is Ogre doing?
Ogre, since it was a busy day,
Mhm.
and she didn't really get to say goodbye to someone, she's going to take the jar of chase dirt that she has,
Okay.
and she's just gonna unlit it, and she's like, Ogre doesn't know if you could hear, because if you're not connected to the island, or if it's just dirt. But, and she's just gonna say, like, everything that's happened, like, trying to give Chase a kind of report.
I want to be very clear. I love this 100%. Please roll me.
Is magic dirt gonna...
No, please roll me a dexterity saving throw, DC 17.
It's gonna blow in my eyes. Nat 20.
Beautiful. I love that. Thank goodness. So as the tent flap she doesn't knock, she just opens the tent flap. Ogre. And then there's like a moment of like, ah! And you're able to kind of close the jar up and not lose any of the dirt. There's a possibility that dirt just goes everywhere, but you did it. Meeting on the upper this deck, but out there.
Oh, okay. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Well, in like 2 days, Ogre's gonna be growing some stuff that may calm you down.
Great. Yeah. Well, 2 days. Who knows where we're going to be in 2 days? We could be dead in 2 days. Okay, bye.
Okay, what the hell? What the hell is this about?
Yeah. So I would like to cut to the time of everybody being together.
Yeah, everyone. And Zen's
Car-
being-
Yoon, what is this about?
Well,
Well, there's some. Oh no, you tell it. Go ahead.
are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, she's sure. So, Oga and I and Nala were talking with Kobamu, and he was painting a symbol with Oga's paints. Thank you so much, Oga. You did such a good job. You're amazing. And so, the symbol was the same symbol we saw when we were looking. Well, remember when we?
correct me if I'm wrong. We did tell the party all about the thing, and yes,
I think so.
yeah.
So remember when we found this weird symbol? We didn't know what it was, and it had the word Estera near it. And
Actually, I do think there's a couple. Like, there's a possibility that Ogre didn't know what
Okay.
this was about. Yeah.
so, well, we found a symbol, and it's mysterious. And the next time we saw it, Kobama was painting it, but when we asked him about it, he got really quiet and seemed almost sad. So I was just thinking maybe I could reach out. I haven't done this in a while, but I feel like maybe I should reach out and try to find one of his ancestors to find out what that symbol is. And it's not that I need help. I just wanted you to know.
Oh,
Because
I
I'm
could have just done the tuning fork.
okay. Zed, I'll remember
This
that.
was important.
Are you doing it now?
Well, tonight, yeah, I feel better doing it. Contact the spirits when it's dark.
It might
Oh,
help to just kind of get a visual reference of what we're doing. You want me to go get it? I'll go get it.
Well,
Okay.
no, it's
So, don't you?
Here it is. Oh, it's a little hot. Okay. Here you go. This is
Does
the
it
corner
look
of the
familiar
page.
to me at all?
I think you've already seen this, have you not?
No, like in my own timeline during my.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You would not have seen this in your other timeline.
No. Okay.
So this was the piece of paper that said Astera on it, and it seemed to be burnt
Okay.
up. It looked like it was like maybe a letter or something.
Gotcha, but
But
that's
had this
nothing familiar
insignia.
from my past.
I truly don't remember.
Okay.
So let's roll me a history check.
History check. That is a 9.
Okay. Yeah. No, this is the first time you're seeing this.
Where was this originally found? Like you said, everybody kind of would know at this point. I just trying to remember if
This was I don't think everybody was told this, but this happened in game where Nala had a piece of paper that she had had
In the-
stowed away from a previous sort of like iteration of this place, and it was just this burnt up letter that was left here.
And that's the one
When
that
she-
Carr wrote down.
Yes, I copied it. Remember the
Yeah.
map? I copied it down. Yeah.
Okay.
She pulled out she's so excited she pulled out the original.
Wait, so
Is this symbol on any of the cave drawings that Ogra made rubs on?
No. Good question.
so
kind of
don't you have to be careful going into the space car? The spirit space?
I'm not doing what we did to find you. I'm just looking.
Oh.
I'm just talking to spirits. This is
you can.
this is close to what I usually do. I just never tried to catch an Ursa before.
Oh. That's what you're looking. Oh.
No, it's his ancestors. I don't think he was raised by elves.
At this point, I feel like everybody had elves involved in their history.
I don't think I did.
Maybe.
Depends if
So I really just want to let you know in case something
No,
weird
no, no.
happens, because I don't know what might happen.
Okay.
Would you like someone with you? Like,
I'll be up
in case
there.
something goes wrong?
Well,
Point to my roost.
Well, yeah.
you can. make it audible to others, right? It's just you hear it and
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we'll just make a another meeting about it for when you do it, so everybody knows what's going on.
I'll let you know. I wasn't.
Oh.
I mean, I called you all together so I could tell you. I'm not trying to keep it a secret.
All right. Well, after dinner then.
All right.
Maybe you could ask his ancestors like where his people would have been on the island, so we can take him exactly where he wants to go.
that's smart.
No,
I was thinking something similar.
Great idea.
For Claire's sake, I feel like I heard Zed say after dinner. It's you guys already had dinner. You had second dinner, technically.
We had second dessert.
Yeah, I guess so. Second dessert.
So third dinner. Got it.
I couldn't. I've had 3 parfaits today. I think that's plenty.
Yeah, I was gonna say
All right.
so it's the inclination to wait till later in the evening because it's close to about we're coming to about maybe 11 p.m. now at this point.
Yeah.
Perfect time.
Yeah.
Ah. All right. I gotta go use the bathroom, and I will be right back. And I'm gonna slip away from the group.
Are you going to tell Kobama before you do it?
No.
Okay, fair enough.
What if you could talk to the his wife, his mate?
No.
Whoa, that's too much. Let's do that on land.
Let's not anger
You
him.
see, actually, I'm gonna do a really fun thing where Nala's like, "That's a good idea." There's a
Nala-
level of Nala is just passing, just so excited, whatever gets us the answer.
Maybe that isn't a good idea.
Okay.
I mean, I don't even know that I'll find one of his ancestors. Maybe one of the,
Yeah.
I'm not sure what they're called now, so I'm going to say species. Maybe another species on the island will know something.
There are still Ursatherai. There's just not very many of them. I mean, I've never seen any of them in the southern part, but there are stories of a few on ships and whatnot.
If you prefer, we can find another one, and then I don't have to do this. I just thought.
No, I absolutely think this is a better idea, and this is your thing. You should do it.
Well, we'll see.
I think Nala will explode if you don't.
Well, I'm going to try.
Yeah.
Regardless. I'm just not sure
A
how
little
excited.
bit.
I was like,
A little bit.
I just don't know how successful I'll be. But I'm certainly not going to do what we did to find you, Zed. I'm not.
Right.
So I'm going to go do it. And I just take the air and get
Good
up to
luck.
my mast and get up to
Okay.
the vultures.
Yeah, I have faith, or I believe. I logistically think this is gonna work.
You got there.
Yeah. Any danger, let us know.
If I can.
Tuning forks. We have tuning forks. Just message me.
Oh, I don't know if he can hear you. Hold on.
No,
Light it up. It's a reminder. So we do have tuning forks. Do you want me to stay up here?
She has one too, right?
She
Definitely
does.
has two.
Yes.
Nala, can you hear me?
I would really like you to watch over me from over there. And I point to
Oh.
one of the other.
Nothing.
There's
Roost.
two voices talking to me right now. What?
I said it'd be really good if you could watch over me from over there, so you get a better view of the land. That
Okay.
way, if you see something coming at me.
Yeah. Yeah, then I'll come and attack.
And so,
that goes.
and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the tuning fork
Mhm.
and I'm going to sit cross-legged on the vulture's roost
Okay.
and touch the tuning fork to the wood under my foot,
Okay.
so that they can hear what I'm saying.
Beautiful.
So that way they can at least hear half the conversation, if there indeed is a conversation that happens.
I need to know before I choose the music here
Oh God.
who you're trying to find.
See, I'm not looking for anyone in particular. I want that scrap of paper with me.
Okay.
And I'm sitting in the center of my tribal symbol,
Okay.
because that brings me center. I'm centering myself there, but I'm bringing
Yeah,
that
yeah.
symbol. And
Makes sense.
I'm basically casting borrowed knowledge.
Okay.
And I'm trying to reach out to a spirit who knows what this symbol is.
Now, that could be an older Aarakocra. It could be somebody from the Isles because it was from the book. It could be who owned the shop before her. It could be an Ursa. Like I'm casting a net for the symbol, knowledge of the symbol. That's what my bard knowledge is about.
Okay. I will tell you the roll on this would be significantly higher on the idea of the symbol
Okay.
as opposed to an Ursa Thry who might know it.
I'll go for the Ursa Thry then. I mean, I know
So-
that his people knew it.
Right. So the
Because
question is, I'm going to say the question is, how far back do you think you go?
He knew it, but he's immortal.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get a judgment based on his stories and what I have heard about how far back? Can I make an estimated guess about how far back I'd have to go?
I'm going to be a mean DM and I'm going to say no.
Okay. Then I'm going to say I will start. I am going to start.
78,000 years ago.
No, I was going to say I'm going to start looking for a wise person, whether it be a shaman or medicine man or something of the Ursa, that type of person. And I will start at 500 years and try to work my way back.
I will say Ogre casts guidance on Carr before he goes up.
I like it.
Thank you. And I'll take it. Oh, God. And if at all possible, I'm doing this as peacefully as I can, just like trying to reach out for information. I don't know who they were. All I know is Kobamo. So it's not a attacking, like I'm going flying at it. It's more of I'm hovering overhead seeking somebody.
Cool. You got it. Give me I believe we either did Arcana or a spell attack for Carr. Carr, do you remember?
Excuse me?
Do you remember what we rolled for that last time?
Well, you've let me be a little bit free form with this spell before.
Cool.
So let me tell you what it says, and then you can decide how you want to use it. I can choose one skill which I lack proficiency in, and for the spell's duration, I have proficiency in the chosen skill. The thing is, I'm not looking for a skill per se. I want knowledge about this, which you've let me do in the past. So that's why I'm like, maybe you'll let me do it again.
Yeah, so I'll let you add, even if you're already proficient in it, I will allow you to add +3 to the roll for this.
Okay.
Let's do. God, I'm just seeing what you're highest in, and that's fucking hilarious.
Is that good or bad?
It's just, if you know what it is, it's really just like, that's amazing. I'll say history check.
History check. Okay, so history check as written +3.
+3. Yep, you got it.
And plus the guidance.
Yes.
Okay, so wish me luck. So that +3 is 21. Guidance is +4. A D4 rather.
D4. Yep.
So right now it's a 21, and that makes it a 24.
Just keep in mind that guidance lasts 1 minute.
But it still allows
I'll
me
allow
to find it.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
You do the ritual within 1 minute of a. Okay.
Well, it's not. So the spell, it only takes one action to cast.
Oh, cool. That's fair.
It lasts for an hour. So I can cast a spell with it, and
Yeah, the trade-off would be because I don't think there's specifically a ritual sort of factor to this.
No, that's just flavor that Carr does.
And there's also there's a rule break. There's a bag of rats sort of thing that Ogre could just be like, just
Yeah.
we're not doing 2024 rules, right? Which could just be like a reaction to it too. But yeah, so I'm cool with it.
Yep.
I will say above board, you didn't need it. That you passed the DC.
Cool.
DC
Hey.
Cool. The ether that swarms around, this kind of smoke or fog really that kind of seems to almost descend down from the sky. There is a moment that actually you all that are still kind of up here on the upper deck that are watching some of this from down below, you actually do notice that the weather seems to kind of react a little bit as if it's pulling the moisture down.
Can I add one thing that's a precursor to what I'm going to be doing?
Go for it.
A couple things on deck move of their own accord. Just shift slightly.
Nice. Yeah.
Then you're
I
like, what
that.
the hell? And it's not the ship doing it.
I like that a lot. You actually see like it moves and then the ship moves it back very
Yeah.
quickly. Like, how did
Yeah.
this get here? That sort of thing. That's great. Car, for you, there is this very familiar sort of swirl of energy that seems to morph from blue to purple to green, and then rests in between this like purplish green. And a face emerges, characteristically a little bit more, slightly more humanoid looking than Kobamu. You recognize, you see the like kind of like big sort of ears, the fur around the face that seems to be kind of like matted in places, and you notice that there is, even though you can't see the whole body of this creature, you do see that there are a number of what looks to be ritualistic bones that are around their neck. But the face, the eyes seem closer together. The nose still has that snout to it, but it's a little bit pulled in, and the teeth are not all sharpened, just the incisors, I think. And you hear a very a seemingly very feminine but deep voice call out, "Hello, stranger."
Hello. I'm sorry to bother you during your time of rest. I seek guidance. My name is Carr.
Car. You may call me Kenwabe.
It is a pleasure to speak with you, Kenwabe. Might I have a moment?
I have the time.
Carr ethereally smiles.
Yeah, there's a little bit of an interesting sort of smirk
Right.
on her lips. Yeah, that.
But also, remember, Carr is all about, I don't force the spirits to do anything.
Right.
You're like, I ask permission and it's a conversation, so he's always going to ask. Consent is important, everybody watching. Consent is important.
Consent is important. Even the dead.
Yes, even with the dead. So we're in the ethereal plane, so I do my best to ethereally show the symbol, whether it's, creating ether, whatever. I bring it forward. I'm like,
I have recently come across this symbol with the word connected to it, possibly Astera, and it is a mystery to me. I was hoping you could educate me.
Car, I need you to give me an Arcana check as you produce the symbol.
oh goodness. Okay, let me see. Gotta find my character sheet. There it is. Okay, not as good. A 16, not terrible.
Okay. With a 16, there's a moment that you're able to make it appear.
Mm-hmm.
And without your doing so, you feel it kind of like disappear.
Oh. Well, that's new. In that case, in this space, I say, my apologies. Prestidigitation. I can create a small symbol. I'll just make it come out. So for this, instead of like just trying to make it out of the ether, I draw the ether in and use prestidigitation to create the symbol I know.
Okay. I'm going to have you give me an Arcana check first.
Okay. because I can make a small marker symbol. Anyway. Okay. Kind of check. Come on. That's 23.
Okay. The 23, it lasts a little longer.
Okay, hopefully it's long enough for her to recognize it.
I need you to give me an intelligence saving throw.
Ooh, okay. Yikes. That's a 9.
I will say, in keeping with this intelligence save, or this fail, you're able to hold on to it until you're feeling the psychic pain.
Okay.
That is, you take 6 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
And with that, it disappears.
Okay.
In this moment of like seeing both the material plane and the ethereal plane, like kind of like shifting in between, you see like Nala kind of like cocking her head, worried at that.
Okay. And I try to like do the whole like hold her off, like I'm okay. I do that. I say, I don't know why this symbol is so hard to bring forward, but did you recognize it in that time?
Sorry, it didn't look familiar for my kind.
One of your kind now knows it. I figured he learned it from his own people.
Is there a name?
Astera?
I am being purposely obtuse to see if she knows what that word means. Just so you know, Joe.
Yeah, she shakes her head.
Oh wait, do you mean the name of the Ursa?
Yes.
I'm sorry, Kobamu?
Oh. Oh.
Give me an Arcana check.
Oh, okay. 21.
Nice. This is a little bit different. I think this would be a little bit easier, but it's still strange. You actually feel as it comes out your mouth, you actually feel like almost like static electricity at the end of your beak, as if something is trying to freeze the words in your mouth.
What in the world?
And her response is equally confusing.
Okay.
I know not of that name.
Thank you very much. I appreciate the knowledge that you don't know. I've learned much. May I call upon you again?
I would be very willing to help.
Thank you very much.
And I will bow to her and then release the connection. And Car stands up and he looks pissed.
Okay.
If there's somebody wants to do something, that's fine.
I was saying, Evan, was there something you wanted to do?
Yeah.
Because you mentioned that like you had the tuning fork like so that we were all hearing this.
Oh yeah, you heard my side. I'm not sure.
Right. As you start to close up, I think you kind of goes, wait, ask where on island she was from? Any where are people from?
Okay, can I say
Excuse me, one moment.
Yeah. Turns.
Yeah.
Comes back.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, in my haste, I'd forgotten another question. Where do you know approximately where on the Isles I might find an Ursa settlement? Do you ever watch over your people?
Roll me a persuasion check. There's a point where that becomes a little bit of like a why.
Sure. Finally, I get advantage. First time you've had me roll this in all 7 levels against the spirit. Now hope that I roll well. Let me see. Well, a 7 or a 9.
Of course,
Seriously?
because you can't brag like that. And then
And so
Total? 7 to 9 total?
if I see that she's like hesitant, I say, "We are trying to return an Ursa to his people, but we don't know where to put him back on the land. I mean no disrespect nor harm."
If you are untrustworthy, my people will find an answer for your treachery.
As well they should.
When are you bringing this Ursa home?
So, Joe, if I'm correct, we expect to make landfall in 2 to 3 days, depending on where on the island we want to drop him off.
If you're going to Gombold, expect 2 days.
But since we might drop him off somewhere else, like because he doesn't want to be dropped off in Gombold, so
Right. So there's a factor of like, so 2 days from Gombold, depending on where this would be, it's further south, so it'd be more.
okay. I don't know where it is, so it's hard to say. We will reach a city of Loa in 2 days, but I expect that this will be further away from that, so we are not taking him there. That's what we're trying to avoid. That's why I'm asking you. So I want to drop him off somewhere safe. So I expect, it's a guess because I don't know where they are. 3 to 5 days? Maybe? Thinking about like how long it would take me to fly around the island and how fast we're going on the ship. Like I'm car's guessing.
Okay. What do you offer for this knowledge that we can trust?
I don't know what I have to give. I just want the safe return of this Ursa. He's requested to be returned close. He said he would like to be returned to trees, water, and Ursa, and we don't know where your tribes are. I want to at least put him somewhere close so he can find them, where he can be safe.
I'll give you one more.
Okay,
The DC's higher.
of course. Is it a new roll or just an additional roll?
I will say it's a new roll, so you get advantage.
Okay, just higher DC.
Higher DC.
Come
At
on.
20.
Okay, well, so far the first roll is a 24, and the second one is only a 17. So I'll take the 24.
Okay. You want lower than a 15 here. That's a 2.
Yay!
Ashwing, we give you this knowledge in hopes that you respect our dead as well as our living.
I just bow low to her.
Follow the cracks of blue.
I'll remember that, but Michael's going to write it down. Jack's going to write it down.
Yeah.
Okay, follow the cracks of the. Oh, I will. I will learn to make sense of that and use it to help our friend.
If what you say is the truth, then I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, and I wish you peace, and your people prosperity.
You see the figure just start to fade off.
Okay.
Zed, give me a survival check.
I'm gonna lose this one too.
Fuck. 10. It's that damn shoulder.
You got any? You got any inspirations?
I think I used them.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I used them all.
You start to feel rain start to fall. Very light at first. Then it gets heavier. You're able to feel it before anyone else as you feel this far-off wind seem to push with an extreme force. As you go to turn to tell everybody else to hold fast, it's too late. And I need everybody to give me a dexterity saving throw. Whether you're up on deck or underneath.
14.
Dex.
That's a fail.
I'm on
That's
a
all.
20.
I'm gonna use inspiration and re-roll. Okay, that's not much better.
18.
12.
Kaelanor. That's a fail.
20.
Said it's a save. Ogre, it's a fail.
Wait.
16.
Fail.
We'll also note that Yoon is in the bath.
Okay.
Which is also where he was talking to Carr from splashed at him. Wait.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't know
It
if you need to roll
sloshed him out of it.
So I need a. So basically, everybody failed except for Zed. I'm going to assume, for the sake of storyline, Riaris failed, so that we can just say Riaris just full died. No, I'm just kidding.
Again.
Oh my god.
Just kidding.
The tiny
so,
stone.
I need everybody to tell me where they are. Yoon, you're in the bath, in your room. Actually, I got to roll for. Okay, cool. Yeah, Vera definitely failed, even with her. Actually, I have a.
You're muted, Joe.
Sorry. Vera failed, because she has disadvantage on dex saving throws.
What?
She's a rogue.
Yep.
I can't access my D&D Beyond thing, but I can't remember if my Boots of Elvenkind give me advantage also on dex saving throws.
Let me look.
You just type in Boots of Elvenkind 5e.
My phone is charging, and whenever I use the computer, I can only have EV Mux on, or else I open another window and it goes completely like batshit crazy.
I got you.
You only have dex. You get you
Just
out.
health checks. Yeah.
Yep.
Just health checks.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Yoon, you are in the tub. So I
Correct.
know that. Zed, where are you?
I was walking down to go see Vera.
Okay, so tell me exactly where you are in this moment.
I'm probably just at the entrance from going down to the first floor.
So you're up on deck.
Yeah, because you said I
Okay.
felt the rain and stuff.
That's right.
And the
Thank you.
wind.
Yeah. Cool. Ogre, where are you?
Ogre would have been like under her tree.
Cool.
Kara was like meditating up there, so she would probably try to do the same down there for like moral support.
Okay. Kobamu is fine. Rolled a nat 20.
And
If it matters, Carr was about to cast another spell because he's angry.
Yeah.
So
I like it.
Just gonna go get my phone real fast.
Knowledge just fails with a 19. So, Car, we know where you are. Kaelinor, where are you?
In the galley, I was making myself a cup of tea.
Cool.
Truly.
So for those that are in the ship, which is Yoon, Kaelinor, Riaris, Vera, the entire ship tilts dangerously close to capsizing as it moves completely on end very, very quickly. Vera, inside, you see her like laying in bed, then all of a sudden just shifting as the covers kind of fall off, and then falls down to the window as it slams in. You see there's a moment where, because of the way the curtain was laying, as it shifts, it kind of tears away to seeing just the open underwater and the pit below all the way to the ground, as we see her silently screaming. Riaris, sitting in his bed, meditating, immediately clutches the sheets as the whole entire bed seems to lift and flip over him. You feel the tilt start to happen. You feel the clawed feet of the bathtub start to tip in space, and as you go to try to kind of clamber yourself out of the tub, you're able to just pull yourself out from being crushed underneath the opposite end as it is slammed against the window, and this incredibly strong material of whatever this is made of, you hear a crack as you are pressed up against the glass. Kaelinor, you are flung from one side of the room to the other, narrowly missing the open oven door as you'd like to have conversations with as I will say, actually, you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage as your ankle slams right into the oven door.
So far, it hurts.
You are slammed up against the wall as you are trying to kind of scramble for weapons, things that you have to be able to kind of figure out what's going on, fully surprised. Zed. Carr. Carr, you said you wanted to cast a spell.
well, I was going to but this is probably going to interrupt.
I will say, unless it's reactionary,
It's
I would
not.
say it won't be in time. Cool.
Yeah, it's not.
So Carr, as you're kind of like stretching yourself out, very like annoyed and upset about whatever was disrupting the thing that you do best,
Yeah.
you watch from across as Nala looks at you, tries to make eye contact, and just give you a look of, no matter what happened there, everything's going to be okay. And she holds up the paper, because we still have this. And that's when the wind buffets both of you off post. You see the paper go flying out of her hand into the wind. Carr, Nala, Zed, Ogra,
And Kobabo.
you are all flung into the sea. And with that, we're going to end tonight's session. We'll see you guys
Can
next
I-
week.